We're hanging out at Marquee. Can you come along? Would you close the phone and then proceed to shit in your hand and clap?
I'm gonna be honest. I probably would.
Would you shit in your hand and clap?
Like,
yeah,
hang out with them, mate.
that makes
I don't
sense.
wanna.
That makes sense.
I don't see the point.
Wow.
I don't.
And I think to myself, what a wonderful world.
The Lebbie podcast is the best podcast in the area, and you can't change my mind.
Back with another banger. Welcome back to the best podcast in the area. But apparently, I'm just going to give a quick shout out to a comment we got in our last video. So you know how we always say, oh, best podcast in the area, best podcast in the area at the start of every podcast?
It's a standard. Every
shout
episode.
out to Jamal Niazi. I think that's how you pronounce his name. He commented, get it right, cuz. Best podcast in the world.
Ooh.
Bro, look, I love that comment, okay?
Call.
That's a big call. I love that comment, but there's still Joe Rogan, all right? Like, we'll get
There's
there
still
one day.
like
We'll get there one day. I mean, we're coming for you, Joe Rogan. Like, I'm pretty sure he
Are
watches
you really
the podcast.
calling out Joe Rogan right now?
I'm pretty sure he watches the podcast. Like, he probably just sees it and, like, you know, these guys
But,
do.
like, I don't know if I'll get him as a guest. Like, he still needs a bit more.
I think he needs a bit more potential before we get him as a guest.
He needs to get a bit more clout, I reckon.
Because, like, you know, we only take
maybe
guests
later
that have
down
a
the
lot
track
of
we'll
clout.
get Joe Rogan.
Yeah, exactly. We have a very special guest today who, you know, I won't give the intro straight away. I just wanted to give a quick rant before I introduce him on.
Yeah.
You know, like now that we're shopping, we always go to Aldi. For some reason lately, we've been into Aldi.
Yeah.
All right? Like out of the grocery outlets.
I hardly go Aldi, and there's a reason for that.
Yeah, and that's
they're
the reason I'm
fucking
going to get into. Like, I always usually go, I'm like a Woolies guy. I go Woolies, whatever, Woolies. But recently I've been shopping at Aldi. And firstly, Aldi is like, it has really good stuff. Like if you go to the right aisles and you find some really good shit. And
Yeah,
like,
they do a lot of deals and shit as well.
They do a lot of good deals and stuff. You know, some people read the catalogs or whatever.
Yeah.
But you know, you go to Aldi, it has the weirdest system ever out of every grocery outlet I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Like, firstly...
Oh, yeah, 100%. They're just seated and like...
No.
You do
Before
most
we
of
get
the
into
work.
that,
Yeah.
firstly, the aisles, yeah? So there's like 6 aisles, okay?
Yeah.
One of them's only open all the time. There's only one aisle open. I don't know why. Every other aisle is closed.
You mean where you actually
where
check
you
out?
go to check out?
Yeah.
Like there's only
they're
one
always
aisle
most of
open.
them closed. Yeah, that's true.
Is it a shortage of staff? Like what's the point of having like 6 aisles if you're only going to get one to work?
No,
You know what I
it
mean?
doesn't make sense. And most of the time that happens. Like,
And most of the time it happens. Secondly, when you go there, you know, you have to buy a bag separately, which is fine, you know.
most supermarkets.
Most supermarkets are like that.
Yeah.
But the way they scan the items, I'm telling you, like it's so awkward trying to keep up with them scanning the items and you putting the items in the bag.
Yeah.
So
is there like a cutoff time they have to get? Like,
I swear,
is there
I reckon
like a timer. It's like, oh shit.
I reckon the
It's like-
process of like, you know, employing people for Aldi is seeing how fast they can scan items.
Yeah.
Because it's like, ding, 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 and you're sitting there, you're trying to get these items. It's like the
And
weirdest
you got to be
process.
the one that has to like you just get them thrown
they
at you.
bro, they look at you like you're the one that's working there.
You're the worker.
You're the worker.
You put it in the
It's
bag.
like they scan, all they do is just
Legit.
scan so fast, and then they look at you as you're trying to freaking catch up, putting all this stuff into the bag.
Yeah.
They look at you like you're the one with the problems.
I know. You know what's annoying as well? The actual trolley, when you get the trolley, that whole...
Who the fuck carries around $2 coins anymore?
I don't carry coins anymore. Like,
Bro, I try. I will
Get
throw
with the
coins and
times.
not use them. Like anything like that's metal that's in my pockets or anything like
yeah,
that.
I usually have a
They
few in
burn
my
me.
car, but like,
Yeah, so
it's a process.
I
you
never
have
get to get a trolley. So what I do is I usually use the boxes. You know, like
Oh, you end
find
up
an
fucking holding about.
you find
10
an empty
boxes.
cardboard box, you just pick it up and you just use it. Pretty much.
No, it comes in handy.
So yeah, like
it's
that's
not
just my rant about this Aldi that I've, you know, like, bro, it just made me realize that these Aldi workers is probably one of the best jobs you can ever get.
Yeah, because
they even sit down, as you
you
said.
just got to
like,
practice throwing shit. That's it.
That's all, and sitting down like
Yeah.
every other like Woolies, Coles.
Bro, they don't
stand
get out
up.
of their seat. They
They don't
just sit
get
on
out
their
of
ass,
their seat.
like literally.
Like even to grab a catalog, you know how they always give you a catalog at the end.
Yeah,
The guy's like,
they don't even have to like.
you have to go get it.
You know how there's the tap machine. They don't even
Yeah,
have to
yeah.
like. It's
No, it's
there.
literally there. Like
They
you
go, "Oh, you
soak
gotta
it back.
tap
Like
it."
everything is done for them, like
Yeah.
perfect.
It's like.
But
this
yeah,
shit.
that was my Aldi rant. I just wanted to give a quick rant. I think that's what's like that's what our podcast is turning into lately, like quick rants. before we
quick form
introduce our
rants.
guests.
Yeah.
Let's not keep our amazing guests waiting today. I'm gonna do a quick intro, by the way. I don't know if you're familiar with our intros, but yeah. So we have a very special guest today. He has thoughts on thoughts of his thoughts. He can say one word and mean 1,000 words, like good and shit.
Good question.
Who is this, you ask? Good question. Ladies and gentlemen, the guy himself, CHARBEL96. Thank you. Good question. Good question.
Good intro.
Thanks,
good intro.
bro. Look, before we get into anything, all right, I wanted to ask you something. All right. What's your thoughts on the Lebbie podcast? And I want you to answer it as if it's a comment on one of your videos. Thoughts on the
Reply
Lebbie
to a
podcast.
If it's a comment, I just have to say good. That's it. Yeah.
That's it. Fucking, you know what?
If I think about it, you know what? Good podcast. I listen to it.
Yeah.
And then move on to the next comment.
And then you just give your like, thank you.
That's
And
it.
it.
It's a simple answer, but it has
But
so
you know
much
what?
behind it.
I love when he says thank you because it's like you feel happy. Like it's,
Yeah, like, it's
I don't know why. Like, I remember the first good question video I did. I said
Yeah.
thank you at the end. I got no clue why. And then I just
It's
kept
polite.
saying it because I'm like, you know what? If I forget it, someone's going to tell me off, so I just keep doing it.
but you know what? It's
Yeah.
very polite. Like
Yeah,
it
it
shows
is.
manners. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
It'll
even,
feel weird if he doesn't say it.
even
It's a good
sometimes when he
question.
comments, it's like he says, comma, thank you. I'm like, fuck, man,
It's
yeah,
just
dude.
iconic. Like,
It's awesome, bro. You know what? Yeah, so that was your thoughts on the Lebbie podcast. Guys, thanks for listening today. You know,
That's
it
it.
was
We're
good
done.
having you on. We're done.
Thank you. Yeah, that's it.
That was it. That's all I
I'll
wanted to
charge you
get.
the invoice later.
Now I can die happy. No, but honestly, bro, like, thanks for coming on. I think we've wanted to do this for a while
Yeah.
because you're actually, I'm not just saying this, but you're one of my favorite TikTokers because
Thank you.
unironically, thank you. No, but seriously, because I feel like there's a lot of shit that's going on TikTok right now, right?
Yeah.
Hold up. Wait a minute. We got a
Hold
word from
up.
our sponsors. Manscaped. Honestly, we're sponsored by Manscaped. I still can't believe it. We're sponsored by Manscaped. But anyway,
One of
we're
the
going to
best.
bring you a word from our sponsors. Guys, the Manscaped 4.0, the new lawnmower. Not this one, that's the 3.0. This is the 4.0. You know what? Shaving in the bathroom, it's never a fun time. You're sitting
It's
there
not.
for like, you could be half an hour to an hour trying to shave without cutting yourself. I know, guys, look, and girls, but guys specifically, when you're shaving your balls, mate, forget it. It's the hardest thing to shave.
yeah.
Plus,
But
you're getting
Manscaped
cuts.
makes it easy.
Manscaped
just
makes it so much easier because it's like engineered, like the engineering that
Yeah.
goes into this.
And this upgraded trimmer includes a multi-function on and off switch that can engage a travel lock. It
Wait.
also gives you the ability to turn the 4000K LED spotlight on and off,
Wait,
so you don't need to shave in the dark.
but there's more.
There's more.
Did I mention wireless charging? Guys,
What?
it uses electromagnetic induction,
Wireless
which
charging.
can help battery last even longer.
Wow.
So if you know what, you don't even have to worry about charging because sometimes you're like mid shave, you know, you give your balls a fade. It's like half shave. So,
If-
so this one, make sure that you get the job done without running out of charge. And guys, we got a special offer for you guys just for the Lebbie listeners. So if you go to manscaped.com, you put in the code Lebbie, you're actually going to get 20% off. That's 20%
Lebbie.
off with the code Lebbie
It might be
at
down here.
manscaped.com. We'll put it up somewhere.
Maybe up or
Use the
down, I
right
don't
tools
know,
for the
but
job.
Lebbie.
And guys, last thing I'm going to mention, free shipping. How good's that? Like how many times do you get to check out
can't ask for
when you're
more.
buying something and then you're like, oh man, I'm not paying for checkout. I'm not paying for
It's a
delivery."
deal breaker. What are you waiting for?
Shipping
Like
is a
honestly,
deal breaker.
what are you waiting for?
Honestly, the product can cost $600, shipping can cost $10, but still, you don't want to pay for shipping. Shipping's for free when you use the code Lebbie. So you get shipping and 20% off.
I use the 3.0, but you got to get the 4.0 if you want to be a big
Mate,
baller. No pun intended.
Guys, thanks for listening. Back to the podcast. But like you're one of those TikTokers that's like you put no effort into your videos
I
at
legit
all.
don't, yeah.
Yeah.
At all. Like the way you like, and that's what makes it
But
so
that's the
good.
beauty about it. It's like,
It's so effortless. It's
Yeah.
like you answer a question, but like even sometimes the jokes you say, it's like dad jokes.
Yeah, that's the point. Yeah,
But the way you say those dad jokes, it just makes it funny. I think
Yeah.
it's the execution.
yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
everything about it just
I
like,
didn't take no comedy classes.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
just go with the flow.
just
See,
natural.
People have always said, why don't you put effort into your videos? I'm like, because I never did from the start. I can change, but like,
Yeah.
do I have to? I don't know.
Nah, man, I don't
It's
think
just
you have
become
to.
your
If
thing,
you
yeah.
find the niche that works,
Yeah.
then just why
That's
not?
with TikTok. Once you find your niche, it's like
Yeah.
you
That's
have to
it.
stick by that.
And,
yeah.
and the I think it's the way you like just look at the camera, and a lot of the times you're not smiling, and I think
Yeah.
you've got some backlash for that.
Yeah,
like, oh, now you want to smile, and this and
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
But like, you don't smile on your videos, which is good. I think it's just the way you execute the videos.
Yeah, I think I've got like a thing going.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I think so as
like,
well.
you know,
But
like,
you need to put that on a shirt or something. Like,
I
good
know.
question. Thank you. Like, just merchandise. I reckon that'll sell out.
like honestly, but like sometimes you would like you take things so literally in your like
I
questions.
do. Like, the way I come up with a joke, either like if I don't think of something straight away, I literally just use what they've written.
Yeah.
And then just turn it to something stupid, and then that's pretty much the premise of it.
You know what my favorite one is? There's one, there's one where like because there's a lot of spelling errors on TikTok. Yeah, there's a lot of. I don't know if some people do it on purpose or some people are generally
I can't
fucking
tell you, I've
illiterate.
given up.
Yeah.
I can't tell
Bro,
you.
I don't know if they're illiterate or they're doing it on purpose.
I don't know.
Because some guys like, how don't you have a mustache? You're Lebanese. And he writes, you know how he wrote Lebanese? Lebakenees. Lebanese.
Surely he done that on purpose. Surely.
I'm like, surely this guy done that on purpose.
You
What
never
do you
know,
think?
hey, like the first time like people started doing that, I thought it was real.
Yeah.
But then when I see ones now, I know they're forced. So something happened in like
Yeah.
a certain time frame where like
Yeah.
they became forced.
Yeah. But just the way you answered it as well, you're like, I'm not Lebanese, I'm Lebelegs or something
Oh,
like
yeah, I
that.
remember that
What
one.
the fuck?
Bro, I saw someone post
that?
that on the Instagram story. Like,
Yeah.
there's one night I woke up, I had like 5K more followers. I go, what the hell happened?
Yeah.
And then there was like someone on Instagram with like 500,000 followers that put it on their story. Like,
Oh,
I didn't
wow.
get tagged
Wow.
or anything,
Yeah.
but someone saw it and then like showed me. I was like, okay, I'll take it.
Wow, man.
I'll
Like,
take that any day.
that's what it is though on TikTok. Like people can just find your videos, like
Yeah.
no matter who it is. Like
Yeah.
there's people that are like even verified, things like that. They'll share your video on their
Yeah.
Instagram. A lot of the times they don't give you credit,
Yeah.
but you're like, fuck it.
You're like,
It
oh,
is,
too
it's
good for you,
exposure.
all that shit.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
it is what it is.
Yeah. Because like some people don't go to the effort of like, typing your name on like Instagram. They're like, oh, this guy's funny, so I'll type his name on Instagram. Or they don't really check
I
it.
don't
But
think
Nah,
about
not
it.
really,
yeah. But you're let's talk about your name because I always have this thing on podcasts where I talk about people's names. But like CHARBEL96, right? It didn't when I first like saw you like ages ago. When I first saw your content, it didn't click to me that 96 was the year you were born.
Yeah, no one thinks that. Hey,
I never thought that.
I never thought about that as well.
Obvious.
Not really, but
I
you
know-
don't think of it.
I don't know
You
why.
Because look, to be
It
honest,
just
with you,
sounds good, like CHARBEL96. It just
it
flows.
just- I don't know.
I don't
If I was
think
born
of-
in 95, it sounds shit.
CHARBEL 95. No, it doesn't
Nah, it
work.
won't sound
It
good.
doesn't work.
It worked out being born this year.
No, but the thing is that struck me was like once I noticed that, I'm like, wait, there's no way this guy's fucking born in 96.
Yeah.
Bro,
Why?
you're
Because
4 years older than me. What the hell? That just
you're like 1 year.
sounds
I'm
weird.
in 97, but like
Yeah.
the thing is, I'm saying it as a compliment. You don't look your age.
Yeah, I know.
You look younger.
You know when
do.
I had to go, I went to the casino for the first time. That was the biggest pain in the ass.
Really?
I showed like my license, like, oh, I still don't believe you, mate. I'm like, what the fuck you want me
Oh,
to
wow.
do? What do you want me to do,
What
bro?
do you have to do?
Just change the way you do.
I didn't like forge my license.
Yeah, surely.
It says
McLovin.
96 on it. What do you want me to do?
He didn't do McLovin or anything.
Just
Yeah.
love it. Just like, but that's the thing. Like, why is it? Is it the beard? I don't know. Like, you
Yeah.
got something going on there.
Because I didn't get like facial hair till like 22. Like whole
Right.
school, nothing. After, like when I was in uni, I think like one time, somewhere around that year when I turned 22, I started getting facial hair. Like that was it. Yeah.
Yeah, but you're
Oh, wow.
Lebanese.
Yeah, I know.
How don't you have a mustache?
I know. I don't have shit. Like my dad had like a lot of facial hair when he was like my age, and then
Yeah.
like even I got like cousins who were like 17, 18 more facial hair than me.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
So maybe we
What?
just
That's what's so dynamic about the Lebbie podcast. One week we have the bearded athlete. Who's
Yeah,
Next
exactly,
week,
get a fucking proper
the
product.
non-bearded person.
This is
There you
the
go.
non-bearded athlete.
It's dynamic, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's dynamic. But that's what's good. But no, man, I think you got something going on there. Like I see a bit of like patches down here. So
It'll come along.
start
Let it
somewhere.
grow, it just only grows here.
Yeah.
Like here to pain in the ass to get that going.
Yeah.
It'll get there eventually.
Maybe
One
you
day,
should
one day.
maybe you should use some of the products that we like the derma roller and stuff. Have you heard about that?
Yeah, I heard about it.
Yeah.
I think because I looked it up. Like I've
Yeah.
seen like reviews. People say it works. Some people say it doesn't work.
Yeah.
I haven't tried it before. Maybe it just depends on the person. I don't know.
Maybe,
I don't know.
yeah.
It'd be interesting though.
There's even
Imagine-
like KSI. Have you seen KSI? He's
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
there's a meme with him. He can't. He
Yeah.
struggles
Can't
to
grow a
grow a
beard.
beard.
well, there's CHARBEL, you know.
No, mine's not that bad.
Yours is not
No,
that
it's
bad.
compared to him, I'm doing alright in the beard area.
Nah,
Yeah,
it's still
it's
better.
not bad.
Yeah.
How did that like? Let's talk about these questions. That like because I can't remember. I think I do a little bit, but I can't remember the content you made before TikTok sort of introduced this like replying to questions with a video, like replying to comments with a video.
What did I do?
Like I'm trying to remember. Like
No, I don't.
I think
yeah,
I just
don't
a
stitched
while ago.
random shit. I'm pretty sure
Oh,
I
okay.
stitched random shit. So like
Okay.
I would go through TikTok,
yeah,
like purposely to find videos that I could stitch.
yeah,
And then like stitch them, like make one or two a day, move on. That's all I did. And then when I saw that you could reply to comments, I started doing it. I think the first one I did, I made a video on the like Bulldogs at
Yeah.
that time.
yeah.
And then someone was like thoughts on another team. I think that's where it started, or it might have
Right.
been on like an NRL player. That's when the thoughts thing like actually started and been
Yeah,
going
yeah,
since
yeah.
then. Yeah.
And then just kicked
At
off
least that's
from
what
there.
I think. Unless I scroll through my account, I could find it, but I can't be bothered.
Yeah. There's-
So it was like something got to do with the Bulldogs, and then they're
Yeah.
like thoughts on, for example, Parramatta, which I
Yeah.
know you think
Yeah,
is shit.
Yeah.
every Dogs fan.
Every Bulldogs
does,
fan.
Yeah.
It's such a thing though, eh? Like the rivalry's always been around, Bulldogs
Yeah.
and Parramatta.
Yeah.
100%.
Have you been to those games, like the Bulldogs versus Parramatta
Yeah,
games?
it's pretty bad.
Fucking
Oh,
bro,
bro.
it gets crazy.
Those games are.
I think back in the day more so. Like now, it's not as
it's
Nah.
kind of died down
because we talked about
because
it.
the Dogs fans aren't as because
Not
the
as
Bulldogs.
passionate, obviously, because
Yeah,
the
yeah.
Bulldogs aren't
They're
doing
not-
well.
yeah.
100%. Like
Yeah.
I think that plays a big
we
role.
made it to the grand final against Storm that year, and then we lost. That's where like what's his name? James bit Slater's ear.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Oh
I remember
yeah,
that.
James
And then
Graham.
we made
yeah.
the West South in the grand final, and they beat us with no effort, and it was just ever since then it's been downhill.
Bro,
Yeah.
the one game I remember that I went to Bulldogs game that went like crazy. Do you remember the game where it was like James Graham was like blowing up, and then they gave Clemmer like
South
Yeah,
Dogs.
yeah.
South
the
Dogs.
sin bin. I was at that game, and that game was crazy because like they were all going off at the ref.
Yeah.
Oh,
The
they're throwing
referee's a
bottles and shit at
wanker.
the-
The ref- and they started throwing bottles and shit at the ref.
Oh,
I
that
was
was
at that
crazy.
game. That
Was
was
that
like
when the
crazy.
official bottle thing happened? Like that, like they threw like a Mount Franklin bottle at him or something.
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
think so. Yeah, yeah.
And then
As
the
they
ref
were running
slipped or
off,
something, yeah.
as they were running off the field, the refs were like they were trying to block the refs,
Yeah.
and all these Bulldogs, you're fucking dog.
They just slipped.
and they're throwing bottles at the ref.
Yeah, but that was a
I
tight
remember
game.
him saying like Mount Franklin because like someone said it was a glass bottle.
I
Like,
think
no,
it was
they're
Mount
not
Franklin.
that dumb to throw a glass
No,
bottle
it
at
wasn't.
someone.
Yeah,
Like,
no,
no one's that stupid.
It was
Come
plastic. I'm pretty sure.
On.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's
but
the
it landed.
thing.
It landed on him. And
Then good on him.
Yeah, yeah. It actually got him. Are you good at throwing bottles?
Not really, no.
You're just gonna keep going.
Thoughts on water bottles? You do get some weird ones though.
Oh, fucking hell. I
you
get
get
some
like
bad
thoughts on
ones.
water. Thoughts on thoughts.
No, I get that one. I'm sick of. Like I swear, I'm
Thoughts on
sick of that one.
thoughts.
I'm full sick of that one. And the
That's
ones
a
that
big
say
one.
thoughts on and they tag my account, like,
Yeah,
it's not
yeah.
funny at all.
Yeah,
I did
yeah.
it once. I did the thoughts on thoughts once.
Yeah.
And the people that haven't seen it assume I haven't done it, and they just keep going with it. I'm like, I can't be bothered.
Yeah,
Thoughts on
it just
thoughts
gets
on
old.
thoughts.
Like I guess I'm like really bad ones, like thoughts on my mum. Like, I'm not gonna what?
What are you gonna say about that?
I know.
Thoughts
I
on
don't
my
know you
mum.
or your mum.
Yeah.
Why would I talk about your mum anyway? I'm
Yeah,
not
yeah.
like
Surely that's some like 10-year-old, 12-year-old
Yeah,
just
hard.
fucking.
So when you started doing that, so when you started like replying to comments with a video on those sort of comments,
yeah.
like how long did it take before all these other people started picking up on it, and then fucking every video you got like 40 comments that are people saying thoughts on this, thoughts on that, thoughts on that.
I think when it started, like probably barely anyone was commenting thoughts on whatever.
Yeah.
But then as I kept doing it like over and over and became like the majority of what my content is, everyone just does it now. Like I can't tell, like I'll probably get like 2 normal comments or someone saying like haha or like laughing at the video.
Yeah, yeah,
And then
yeah.
the rest are just meme comments.
Oh,
And I can't tell if they like the video or not anymore.
you
I've
can't
given
tell.
up on that. I
You
just
want
go for
feedback,
it.
like you
Yeah.
just.
Bro,
I got no feedback anymore.
that's the
Ah,
thing,
that's-
yeah. But what's funny is like as well, this is like part of it as well. But like the whole like the stance that you do
Yeah.
and like the way you put the camera and stuff, it's like it's the same across every video.
Yeah, it is,
But that's
yeah.
what makes it so good because people are like, is this guy only living in like one room?
They all think, oh, that was the best part. I love that time.
Yeah, yeah.
When they all thought I was in one room. And then
Yeah,
I
like-
showed myself going to the bathroom outside my room. Like, no, 2-bedroom house.
2-bedroom house.
Yeah.
You literally have to show
Don't
every single
just
part
keep
of your
going.
house.
I gotta show every room, show like the outside and everything for them to believe I'm not in a 2-bedroom apartment.
But you know what? It's like you found that angle, right? You found like the angle where the door's
Yeah.
behind you. And that's it, you stuck to it. Because that's like, I think it's like perfect.
You get too
yeah.
used to it as well. Like
Yeah.
you'll
Yeah,
feel
yeah.
weird if you're in another.
I should get a
like,
phone
room.
stand. I hold my phone every time.
I know, I've noticed that. Like, just get a phone stand.
Just get a stand. I know.
Yeah.
I just got used to holding it. I just stuck with it. Yeah, I
Yeah,
should
yeah.
get a stand.
But like you pump out a lot of videos, man. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, it's pretty like, it's not hard. Like,
yeah, it's just because like it takes me like probably half an hour to do like if I did like 5.
Yeah.
Depends if I like mess up the recording a lot because sometimes
Yeah.
I do. But
Oh,
most of the time,
imagine
3 videos like 20 minutes, move on with my day.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
because
good,
I've
yeah.
noticed there's like a thing where you like post at like a certain time as well.
Yeah.
And it's just, you pump them out and then you just put
move
out the
on.
videos.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like it's so funny though. Like doing, like you sit there, you're like, all right, I'm gonna. How's the choosing process work? You're like, you get like, for example, let's say you get 50 comments on a
Yeah.
video. What makes you go, all right, this is a good question to answer? Is it because based on like previous questions that have like similar that have done well, and then you're like, okay, maybe if I answer this, or is it just like something that you're like, oh, okay, this will be, you know,
Yeah, it's a bit of both. So
Yeah.
if the last video like did alright, I'll pick one that's similar to that.
yeah,
But usually I'll pick one that like I look at it and go, I can make a joke out of that.
yeah,
Or like something that's like really random, or the ones with the spelling mistakes that I genuinely think is a spelling mistake.
Yeah.
But I don't get them anymore. I can't tell anymore if they're fake or real.
bro. Honestly,
it'll be hard to
at
tell,
some
man,
point, like,
honestly.
do you reckon it's because they're kids, or do you reckon it's because people are just literally illiterate?
I think it's either kids that can't type,
Yeah,
they're learning in school, it's alright.
yeah.
Or it's just adults trying to be funny. Or like a genuine
Maybe.
30-year-old that can't spell a word.
There is some
Yeah, there-
really
there
bad
are, yeah,
spellings
there
out
are.
there,
Yeah.
bro. Like,
I've seen
people can
terrible
fuck
ones.
up like your name so bad as well. I
Yeah,
don't know
I
about your
know.
name because your name is literally like
In the username,
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
But I've seen people fuck up people's names like really bad.
Yeah,
And
like the
that's probably
spelling
ones
and
that
that.
like,
Yeah.
oh shit, you know, what are you trying to type?
Yeah, hard. But like the thing is, you're sitting there, you got like no time pressure, nothing. You're doing whatever you want.
Yeah.
How do you mess up a word that you're like taking time to write?
Surely the
Yeah,
Lebanese
surely-
one was
surely,
like,
like,
on
read it
purpose,
back.
bro.
Yeah.
Come on, man. Come on.
Like you read it back, obviously. Like
Yeah.
it
surely.
literally says knees. Knees, bro.
Nah, it's got to be on purpose. 100%.
Yeah, it was like
man.
lever and then literally the word knees. Yeah,
Knees.
that's it. Yeah,
But you know what? If that was on purpose, I gotta say it's well
yeah,
thought.
good on that person.
It's like it's really.
I don't know
like,
where they are, but
it's
I hope
very
they're
well
alright.
thought. Like,
Yeah, it is.
I
Lebanese.
actually, I respect it.
Yeah, it was good. It was good that one.
I
There's
didn't
been a
find
few
out.
bangers.
Yeah, I didn't find out until recently that you actually worked at Boost Juice because I seen
Yeah.
like some of your videos, like talking about mango magic or something.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
made
I
so
saw that
many
as
of
well.
them, you
How
don't
was that?
understand.
Like, let me just put this straight. Like, every time I go to Boost, 90% of the time it's hot girls that work there.
Yeah.
How the fuck
I'm
were
not-
you working
I'm
at?
not a hot girl.
You're not a hot girl, but like, what? Like, how did that happen? How did you work at Boost?
I think from what I remember, so I left my previous job. I was at like a cafe. I
Yeah.
got made redundant because it closed down.
Yeah.
And then I was looking for jobs, and it said Caltex the Foodery. So
Yeah.
if you've seen past, you go like on Parramatta Road and shit, you'll see like Caltex the Foodery.
Oh,
So it's
yeah.
like petrol station on one side, and then like a Boost or something else on the other side.
Yeah.
And then they said like you'd be working for Boost. I wanted to work at like the one that was closest to me, like a shopping center. And then they said no, it'll be in the petrol station. So then it was just me and I think 3 others.
Yeah.
As soon as we started, one person like hated it and just left straight away.
Oh, really?
And yeah, like
Yeah.
legit 2 days in they left
Fuck.
after having all the training.
Far out.
But we
wow.
had to receive petrol station training too, like how like they fill up petrol and all that stuff. Like I don't care about that. Just go
Yeah,
fill up my
yeah,
car
yeah.
and move on.
Yeah.
But we had to like learn all the like drinks at the start, and then
Mango magic.
yeah, then like we found out when you make a drink, the
Yeah.
receipt shows the recipe on there. So like,
Literally.
we went through the training. It's like
But it
you
says it
remember it
there.
anyway because you just see it all the
You
time.
just see it.
What's
Yeah.
the point
So
of
you
that?
had to memorize all the drinks.
Yeah, we had to like learn most of them because
Fuck.
you had to
Oh,
be
wow.
quick. Like if you were starting there, you followed the recipe, you were still slow.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
then it got to a point where it just became like so brain numbing that you just went, okay, this.
You
next
just
one,
know,
this is-
yeah.
Yeah.
Blending it.
Yeah.
You know how you see the blenders there? They have
Yeah.
like 6 settings. We always were told to use 5.
Right.
Unless it's
Oh.
a juice, you use 3.
What
And
the-
like they all
wow.
have different settings, different sounds, but you can't tell when you're there.
yeah.
Fuck
yeah.
But
them.
yeah,
The
that's
more
how
you
it
know.
works. And then,
But you seem like you got a lot of mango magics. I keep
yeah,
saying it,
a lot,
but it's
like,
like
a
popular.
lot, like you don't understand. Like,
Yeah.
it
Was that
doesn't
the
matter
most
what
popular?
age range. Yeah, 100%.
Mango magic.
And then like I remember when I was there, the price kept going up of it all the time. They kept telling us put the price up,
Because
And, like,
it's fucking
yeah.
in demand.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no one noticed at all,
Yeah.
which was good. And then
Oh,
I
I
was
did
there,
go
I
the
think,
price
for
up, yeah.
7 months before I left. I got a job in banking.
Yeah.
But at that time, the problem is when you're at a boost, right, you see 4 or 5 people working there.
Yeah.
So it's easy to manage. I was
Yeah.
working there by myself.
How? So you taking the orders?
Yeah, and making them and cutting the fruit. Bro, I lost so much weight.
Far
with
out.
on
That'll
my
be
feet.
crazy, man.
Like it was
Yeah,
like
it
6
was
hour
so much
shifts.
steps.
Bro, I remember I had the step up one of the walking ones.
Yeah.
It was like 20,000 a shift.
Fuck.
I
That's a
was
lot of steps, man.
pumped.
I wouldn't have
it out.
expected
Yeah,
that
yeah.
from like a Boost. I used to get that in like a warehouse. I used to get
Yeah.
like
Yeah,
But
20,000.
boost because you're going back and forth, back and forth, back and
Yeah,
forth.
Yeah.
fuck, that'll be annoying.
And
That'll
then
be
like
crazy.
the fridge was around the corner, so we had to like go the fridge back and forth like this, like a C shape. It was like really well
Wow.
designed, yeah.
Bro,
But like they're meant to be working with people. So I remember one day because you can check how many drinks you made.
Yeah, yeah.
There's one day I made 100, and I got
100
home
drinks?
and I just fell on my bed, knocked out. Like I was
yeah,
gone, bro.
100%.
That's a lot
You
of
just
drinks,
conk
man.
out
Yeah.
as soon as you get
What's
home.
what's with the whole when you slam it and stuff?
Yeah,
Seen that girl on TikTok, she done it.
Yeah, what's her name? Millie, I think.
Milligram. Yeah, yeah.
I think when we did it, we had to slam it to like even out the top.
Oh,
So, like, if it
okay.
didn't
Like
fill
they
up
slam
enough,
the
they just said
drink.
put more ice. Like, bro, like
I
the
thought they
watermelon
just
drinks
slam it
all
for the
ice,
sake
bro.
of it.
All the crushed ones are just ice.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah.
But
okay.
you used to go like that, like 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
And if you blended it literally on like the wrong setting, it would turn out so bad.
Oh, really?
Oh.
Yeah.
Which, like, can you tell us any secrets from like Boost?
Secret
I mean, I
formulas.
don't know how much you can tell us, but like, do you
there's
remember
certain
any
things
hacks
I
or
know
something?
that I can't say, like
Alright.
really, like I'll say it offline or something.
fuck. All right.
But with the drinks, like you can make half of them at home basically, and all the recipes are on their website. So
Oh,
like,
okay.
wow.
just go on their
make it home.
website, you just look at the ingredients, and then
Yeah.
you can make your own version of it, like a healthier version, because their ones aren't healthy. They tell you they're healthy, they're not. Like the
Yeah,
juices
man,
are
it's
alright,
not really healthy. There's a lot of
Yeah,
sugar in it.
but
eh?
like you know the mango magic and all that, they have like the equivalent of like a really sweet cordial.
Oh,
That's
so
go
much
in,
sugar.
And then they have fruit and stuff and ice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what?
Alright.
I think green tea. You know, green tea mango mantra.
Yeah, that one's
I think
alright.
that was slept on.
Yeah,
That was,
I
that was
did-
my
I didn't try
favorite.
that.
I
I
made
used to always
one of
get.
them like a week.
Yeah,
I never
wow.
got that one.
bro,
The
that was so
mango
slept.
magic,
That's
strawberry
I
underrated.
never tried that
squeeze.
one.
That's underrated.
Yeah, that
Green
one's
tea
nice.
mango
That one's
mantra is
alright.
really good.
I
Yeah,
should try
yeah.
actually. I never tried.
They
I
brought out a
used-
coffee
yeah.
one. I used to like that one. And
A
everyone
coffee
just
one.
said- yeah.
Fuck.
I don't know if they got rid of it now. It was like chai latte.
Yeah.
2 other ones. I don't know if they're still there. And then they also brought out another. No, is there still a gym one? I don't think there is.
I remember they used to
Oh,
do
there's like
protein.
protein
Weekend Warrior?
junkie, whatever.
Protein.
Yeah, and like
Weekend Warrior, yeah.
I used to
I
have
think-
those ones.
yeah.
Yeah,
They're good.
I
They're
remember
good.
seeing that one, but I never tried it. Yeah.
So,
right.
so the reason you worked there is it because of the hot girls? Is it because you're like, oh, fuck, every time I go to a boost, there's a hot girl, so like,
I'll be honest. I was just desperate for a job and I found it. That's it.
oh, yeah.
Yeah, I didn't even think about that.
Simple as that.
Yeah. Plus, I worked mostly with guys there anyway. So if that was the goal failed.
Oh,
Yeah,
failed
yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
I mean,
No,
sometimes
no hot women there.
it all depends though. It all depends. Like
Yeah.
every boost is different.
Yeah, they're all different. Like,
Yeah.
you might go to a boost that's like got 10 people working there,
Yeah.
and you go to one that has like 3. It just
Yeah.
depends on busyness, but we should have more people there.
I mean, most
Mm.
of the time it's white girls there anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, most of the time.
Most
yeah.
likely.
Depends on your type.
Yeah.
What's your type, Charbel? Like,
Thoughts on?
all right. Let me just ask you a question first. All right, are you seeing anyone? Are you single or
Haven't
ready to mingle?
Yeah, I'd say so. That one.
Ready to mingle.
Ready to meet.
Ready
Ladies,
to mingle. That's the one.
there's your man.
what's your type though? Like everyone has their own type in like women. You know, like some people like women of certain color. Some people like women of certain nationality. I mean, would you want a girl that's like the same nationality as you? Or
Yeah, I'd say so. Plus, that's what my parents want too. But separate to
Yeah,
what they
that's
want.
true.
'Cause they're like, you Lebanese, you marry Lebanese. You know?
Are you
But,
forgetting his Arab, bro? He's
yeah.
you know what? I should have asked you, what's your parents' type?
Yeah,
And you go, "No,
yeah,
what's
yeah,
your
that's-
type?
It's the same thing anyway.
It's the same thing. Isn't it?
I'd say just like specifically like a brunette wog. I'd say. Wogs count as Lebos? I guess.
I mean, yeah, like
Okay, well,
wogs,
same kind of,
lebos,
yeah.
wogs.
Lebos, yeah.
So it could be Greek.
Yeah, it could be Greek.
Ooh, that's a
Spicy.
big statement. Yeah. Greeks.
There we go.
You gotta
Include
spice
a
it
whole
up.
nother race now.
We got a whole other race.
More, bigger market.
Yeah.
And I'd also say someone that doesn't post a million things on Instagram. That's
Ooh,
another one.
interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting.
A lot of them like that.
So,
Yeah,
so
that's
you okay? Hang on.
I
Now,
know it's
now,
ironic
now
'cause
we're
I
getting.
post a lot. I know. Yeah,
That's
yeah,
what I was
yeah.
gonna get
Yeah,
at.
it's ironic.
Now we're getting into a different topic.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, yeah.
So that's the whole thing about social media. Like, would you want a girl to post nothing on social media in terms of like not even have a social media account, or would you not mind if she has a social media account but like posts
Yeah, social media account and posts like regular people do, not like
not every like this is my breakfast for today.
yeah, like
Not
like
over
just
the
normal
top
stuff.
shit.
Like
yeah.
Yeah.
not another influencer. Like
yeah,
just-
yeah. Because
Too
you've
much
had
headache.
your fair share of
yeah,
beefs with like
Yeah.
influencers.
yeah. John started that one. And then I didn't start that one. That was him,
Yeah,
but
yeah, that
anyway,
was,
it worked out alright.
It ended
In
up
the
working
end,
out alright. But
yeah.
like, so we're gonna get into that, by the way. I was gonna lead up to
Getting
that.
on
But,
the
yeah.
tee.
but yeah, I still want to talk about that social media thing. Do you think it affects like people's perception of you when you're posting a lot on social media?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Like they all think, oh, this cunt just stays in his room.
Yeah,
he
yeah,
doesn't
yeah.
do anything. People always comment on my videos like, "Oh, get a job." I have a job, bro.
That's what they think. That's
I
what
know.
they fucking think.
They
we don't
think
make money
like-
off this, bro.
We don't make money
I
off
know,
TikTok.
it's like
Like,
Yeah.
what do they think, bro?
Yeah.
If we were making like X amount, like couple dollars a video, people would be like saying it. You'd like
Yeah.
hear about it. No one makes videos off this app
Unless you're doing
unless it's
lives.
like a sponsored or like
Yeah.
they're doing lives.
Bro,
yeah.
I've seen a
Yes.
comment on the Lebbie clips. These guys are millionaires or something. I'm like, bro, we film it in our garage in our
Hey.
we
mum's,
film it in our garage,
in
bro.
our
What the
mum and
fuck?
dad's house.
Bro,
Like, what the
TikTok's
fuck?
like majority free. If you see like a sponsored video, you can assume they've made money off it. But like a regular video is just normal. No
That's
money.
the thing. A lot of people like that's the problem with when you sign up for social media. When you sign up for being a like influencer or being like yourself, like a comedian or whatever.
Yeah.
You know, when you sign up for that, you're gonna get backlash with it. You're gonna get a lot of people assuming what you do,
Yeah,
and
100%.
like there's a lot
Even
of
in our
assumptions.
community, I think it's even
In our
even
community, it's a
worse.
lot.
Yeah.
Like
yeah, it is.
you don't really get hate. I mean, you're one of
Little
those
bits here
guys.
and there.
You're one of those guys that hardly gets hate, and I don't want to touch wood. You know, I don't
Yeah,
want to
knock
jinx
on
it.
wood.
I don't want to jinx it. But like, there's a lot of people in our community that get hate. Like the word flop, for example. Yeah, that didn't come like that was never used when
No,
I was
recently,
young. When we were
yeah.
younger, that
Yeah,
was
yeah.
never used.
We use
No.
words you can't use now.
Yeah, we use different words that are are not politically correct at the
Yeah,
moment.
that's the way.
But
yeah.
but like the word flop, that's so thrown around lately.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, this guy's a flop.
Yeah.
flop
I still
this,
don't
flop
understand
that.
That's the word.
It's the word of the like the area at the moment.
Yeah.
The word flop.
It's like, it's used a lot now. Like, I still don't understand, like, what does it
What does it actually mean? What's the definition of a flop?
I think a flop is just like the current way of saying like someone's an idiot or like stupid. I presume.
yeah.
I've never
Yeah.
Googled the definition. I'm sure it says something different.
You know
That's
what?
true.
Let me
Yeah.
actually
I think find the Urban Dictionary
yeah,
or just
Urban
like
dictionary version of what a
the
flop
meaning
is.
of a flop because
Yeah. I'm
nowadays
interested in it.
It might say something like degenerate. I don't know.
degenerate or something. I don't know because nowadays you can see like the people that would associate with that word.
Yeah.
Like you're like they call this guy a flop and you're like yeah he kind of is a flop. Yeah,
Yeah, I get
like
that.
it can only be applied to certain people.
Yeah, exactly.
It can't be applied to like anyone.
Yeah.
You know, it just doesn't mean that you hate someone, you call them a flop. It's just the way they act, there's a lot of flops.
It's just the word to say something that's like not positive.
Yeah,
It's like,
yeah.
oh, you don't like this guy, he's a flop. That's
Bro,
it.
there's so many different meanings.
What's
on
the
Urban
main
Dictionary.
definition that you got?
Yeah, the man will be the most accurate one.
Yeah.
Something that fails miserably. But I think
Oh no, that's
different
like
context.
if you put a video and it flops.
It's like
Oh, okay.
yeah, that's different.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No, we're
that's,
talking about people that
yeah.
flop.
Because they don't say this video's flopped or like
No.
your video's flopping.
No.
That's a horrible word, that one. They just call you a flop physically.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, you're a flop.
And most of the time, they just literally just put the word
Yeah,
flop.
exactly.
That's it.
No emotion, nothing but
No emotion, just flop.
To not achieve wanted results or to fail miserably. Because like they said in example,
All right, so-
Katy Perry has never won a Grammy. She's
a flop.
Okay.
Oh, it kind of makes
I don't
sense.
know.
Yeah, okay.
Like, there's so
It
many
kind of makes
Example
sense.
makes sense.
It's
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
6 pages. Like
So like when there's some people that put up videos on TikTok and like they never achieve their goal, they're a flop.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know.
What goals people have with TikTok, bro?
Maybe someone tried to be funny
Yeah.
and like, oh, this guy's trying to be funny. What a flop.
Usually those videos where like they try to be funny, blow up in another way because they did something stupid.
Yeah, so it's like this whole thing that they've got now going on this TikTok live. I know it's like I feel like the TikTok content has changed completely.
Yeah, 100%.
Like it's done like a 360. Like
Yeah.
people used to go on live, right?
Yeah, and just normal.
Normal
Doing
live.
things.
Yeah, you know, you go on, you have a little bit of a chat, but now it's like everything is lives. Like it's either lives or it's either people screen recording the lives and
Yeah,
and
exactly.
posting it.
Uploading on their own accounts.
Yeah, there was a time when like OG TikTok. I don't know, like you remember that. When did you start TikTok, by the way?
I think August last year.
Okay. Yeah.
I had the app way before that, but
It
I
was
started
similar
making
time.
it
Yeah,
August
yeah.
last year.
That
Yeah.
that time, like August, early this year, late last year, was probably one of the best times. In
that
year.
was
now
the
it's
OG.
going downhill. It's pretty.
Now it's like I feel like all the OG ones have like cut down on posting and like
You can't blame it because like what they say on the app,
it's
what's
literally
like
all the
yeah.
same.
on the For You.
Double
it's
two,
like
double
same
A, brother. Double two.
Thanks,
I gotta say though, she's put Bankstown on the map.
Yeah,
Like,
she has.
but if you think about it this way, right? If you look at like overseas or if you look at other states and other like people from fucking Melbourne and Queensland and people from Perth, people from like other sides of the world are saying double two, double O, brother.
They're not even from here. You don't
They're
know
not
what
even from
being
here.
Bankstown.
They don't know what double two, double
like
O
some
means.
Aussie double
She's
two
put it on
double.
the map.
If you don't live there, be grateful.
Exactly. Bankstown is one of those suburbs where you're like, people ask you thoughts on Bankstown, you're like, it's absolutely shit.
Yeah, that's it. That's it.
That's a classic one.
Right, like I don't even think half of Western Sydney is bad, or certain
Yeah.
areas are really bad. But
Yeah,
I think that most of it is fine. It's just it annoys the people that live there, and that's
Yeah,
it.
that's
Problem
it.
solved.
I mean, the Western Sydney in general is not a bad place. It's not dangerous unless you're in gangs.
Yeah,
That's what I
Yeah,
think.
it's not really ghetto. It's
Like-
It's not ghetto.
nah.
Like people say that Campbelltown's really bad. It might be bad, but it's probably
Yeah.
not as bad as like people say it is. Same with like Blacktown and
Yeah.
that area there.
Yeah. Like a lot of people like Mount Druitt as well and stuff
Yeah.
like those areas are like,
Yeah.
oh man, you go there, you're gonna get stabbed and this and that. You put your windows up, you lock your doors. It's not that bad,
No.
bro.
No,
I've
if you
been
don't
there.
mess with anyone, what's gonna happen?
Yeah.
Nah, there's no
It's not like
there's
Charbel's
no
gonna go
real
there.
ghetto like
No.
Nah, there's no real ghetto like Compton. or
compared
like,
to America.
in
nah.
America,
nowhere near.
you know the
nah.
rundown areas where it's like
There's
fucking
no-
But
high
Mount Druitt is
murder
paradise
rates.
compared to that place.
Yeah. What the fuck? Like,
Like
you
the
go there-
worst you see here is Mount Druitt. Like
Yeah,
it's-
honestly, like
and it's not bad.
What's
like,
the worst you're gonna see? You're gonna go there and see someone with a 27 tattoo on
You
there.
see a junkie here and there, like
yeah, ripping their postcodes.
Ripping the
that stuff's
postcodes.
bad, though.
Huh?
Like
postcode wars.
yeah,
The
the
one,
postcode
yeah,
war.
that stuff's not good.
I mean,
it's
it doesn't
not at all.
help. I mean, this is a bit controversial, but it doesn't help when some of the influencers on TikTok and stuff are like
doing it,
repping
yeah.
those codes.
Because then people are gonna see certain people ripping a postcode and be like, oh
Yeah.
yeah, I want to do that
I
because
want
like
to do that.
I got like nothing else going on in my life right now. I'm just
Yeah.
gonna do this, and then like something happens, and then that person doesn't get blamed for it, but technically they caused it or like led to
Yeah.
that happening.
I'm sure you know Christine D, like
Yeah, yeah.
on TikTok, and she actually like got stabbed and
Yeah, I
stuff. like-
saw that.
and
That's not
and
good.
like that freaked me out. I'm like,
Mm.
fuck.
Yeah.
Was it because I think she said it was because she was like defending a mate
Yeah,
or
I thought
something.
because maybe she's an influencer, people know her. Like it's a way for them to, do something to
Yeah.
hurt someone who's like
Yeah.
popular.
yeah.
But then like when I read what happened to her, she's just defending her mate. I think like, even if she was influencer or not, the same thing would have just happened. It doesn't matter about.
It didn't
that.
matter. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I thought the influencer part was the reason it happened.
Initially,
not-
that's what
yeah.
I thought.
Yeah.
I thought it
I
was
thought,
because
yeah.
she was repping the 277
Yeah.
and then she was in the wrong postcode, and then
Yeah.
someone like, which is fucking blows my mind.
I know
like
you
it's
can't
a
go to
fucking
a Coles
4-digit
in
number.
another suburb or something.
It's a 4-digit number, bro.
like it's owned by the government.
Yeah, exactly.
owned
They
by the
set
government.
that shit.
Yeah.
You can't amend the postcode. You could go your whole life trying to amend the postcode. It's never gonna happen.
No.
Yeah, exactly.
It's
like-
set by the council, the government, or someone, and that's it. It stays that way forever.
It's the
It's
dumbest,
crazy, man.
dumbest shit.
Could you
I've ever
like?
heard.
But back to the 2200. Could you imagine like people from overseas are like, what's the good content in your area? Like what's clout there? Like
mate,
what's
yeah.
the best content? You're like, so like, it's a girl that just shouts 2200.
We scream on live
And
and
that's
we
it.
got.
And that's
Yeah.
it.
And you
That's
go
our
on
best
live,
content.
and if the bio doesn't say send me gifts, you did something wrong.
You did
That's
something
it.
wrong.
That's-
Send me gifts. That's all it says every
Please,
time.
guys,
That's
send me
it.
gifts.
Send us gifts,
Get me
please.
to first place.
Jet
Whatever
plane,
that
jet
rocket
plane.
they were talking about is, that's it. Yeah. Send that
Fucking
rocket.
jet
Hey,
line.
but that
plane.
jet plane
Yeah.
is worth a lot, man.
How much does it cost to
I
actually
think
send
it's
it?
like 150
Fucking
bucks.
100 and something bucks.
That
160.
person gets.
Yeah.
How much?
They used to just send those roses.
No. I think the person that buys it spends 160, but how much does the actual influencer
Oh.
TikTok? I think TikTok takes like fucking.
Who's spending? Listen. Personal message.
Yeah.
If you're spending 160 on someone, okay,
Yeah.
even if you support them, there's better ways to support them. Okay?
There's better ways to spend your
100%.
money.
cheaper ways to support them. You don't put 160 on someone. No, don't do
Bro,
that.
160.
Isn't
That's,
that mind-blowing?
that's a lot of money,
That's
man.
mind-blowing.
so
honestly.
bad.
That's a lot of
I
money.
don't get that at all.
I mean,
It's ridiculous.
man, like fuck. Like if you think of it this way, like imagine just sitting there and like a lot of it is like begging for money. I
Yeah,
gotta
yeah,
say,
that- yeah, they
I
do.
wouldn't
Yeah.
personally do it. I know it's a lot of money, but I wouldn't personally do it. I just can't do it. I just can't sit there and
No,
write.
you don't see yourself doing that.
You know what? They tried to hide it at some point. They're like, oh,
Yeah.
let me win this game. Let me beat this person. And then the people
Yeah.
just start sending. But now it's like blatant. Someone send me a jet plane. Someone send me a jet plane.
They're literally gonna be like, "I'll get off this live in 2 minutes if no one sends me this."
No
thing.
one sends me a jet plane.
Send me it right now. I'm leaving. And
Literally.
they'll come back 20 minutes later when they get bored.
The 100%.
Speaking of influencers, you had a bit of a beef that I've been wanting to get into. All right, I've been wanting to get into it. I wanted to lead to it somehow. I think the beef is dead now. I think it's not.
Yeah, for
it's
sure,
still
for sure.
not like, but like it started off with that interview that you done with John Bernard, which mind you was one of the funniest fucking
Oh,
interviews.
that
Yeah,
was
I'm pretty proud of that one.
Iconic, honestly.
That was
like-
iconic. When it came up on my For You page, I watched it and I'm like, bro, this is
Oh,
gold.
it was
Yeah,
gold.
that
This
was
is
good.
absolute gold.
I'm pretty proud of that. That's
How did that happen? Did John just get in contact with you and then?
Yeah, so I think I forgot who messaged who first, but then I think I reminded him to like get it done because I mentioned it to him way before it actually happened.
Yeah,
And then I asked him, and then we ended up like meeting up.
yeah.
And then he mentioned Veronica. I didn't at all.
Oh, so you didn't plan that?
That wasn't me. So
Oh,
I think
wow.
I planned on saying something about Michaela and the other one,
Yeah.
but not like Veronica and her group of people, like friends. None of them.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
I
So it
didn't
was
plan
just
that
like
at all.
on the spot.
John said it, yeah, on the spot.
Yeah.
And then I came up with the stupid answer on the spot.
How
And then
was
she
that on
stitched
the
video
spot?
5 times and we move on.
Bro, that is
It was,
crazy.
like, perfect,
I am
like-
so shocked that it was on the spot because
Yeah.
that was like perfect execution.
Yeah.
The way you said it, like the way it's like you were planning to answer it for your whole life.
Yeah,
Like,
I know.
you were planning that answer.
That was first try as well. I remember that. That was first.
Bro.
Yeah, it was good.
Wow.
the way you like he kept it like he said it didn't stutter. He
No,
said
it was like
and then John's like something about the Kardashians. He's like,
Yeah.
oh, there's not much
he's a
talent. there.
perfect interviewer, honestly.
Oh, he's
Like,
good, bro.
He's
He's
so
good.
good at that.
But
Bro.
his part about the Kardashian thing, comparing them to that group, he said it after the first time. I didn't know he was going to say that.
Ah,
So the
okay.
combination of those two things, I think, is what like pissed off that group of people.
bro, that was
Ah, yeah.
that was it was everywhere.
That's where the
We were
beef-
gonna organize a fight. You know how
I
we're
know,
going to TikTok
badly.
boxing event.
And they're
It's
all
gonna
like,
be
fight
used as a main
Veronica.
event.
I'm like, you do remember, like, I'm not going to hit a girl, right? Like, do you forget this?
I mean, another brilliant thing that you came up with. I mean, look, we like Veronica. Okay, we've got her on a podcast before.
Yeah.
We've hung out with her before, and like we're not choosing sides here. I'm Team Charbel and Team Veronica. I know the beef's dead and everything, but like when you said Veronica Wasp, I was like, bro, what the
I don't know how.
How did you come up with
that's
that?
peak. So I'm pretty good at coming up with random like puns like that. 'Cause
Yeah,
me and
yeah.
my mates do it all the time.
Yeah,
You're
So I
witty,
was
witty
like-
with that.
Veronica B. I was like, I remember I used to like comment on a video saying Veronica B with the B emoji. And I was like, you know what? Turn into a joke. Another insect is a wasp. Veronica Wasp. Done.
Oh,
That was it. 2 minutes, bro. Done.
It's
The
so
B,
witty.
I think
It's
the
like
B is just her last name, but she doesn't want to put her last
Yeah.
name. So but it sounds like Veronica B. Like the way you say it, it's
Yeah.
like B. Yeah, And you're like, I would have never thought of like B, the insect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just thought B is the letter.
Yeah.
But the way you thought of the B, the insect, and then the
That
wasp.
shit, like, bro, her videos are getting flooded with it.
Because I think she stitched the video 5 times and then she was
Yeah.
trying to act like she wasn't cut.
And then
It
what?
was like-
I know she was cut. She can hide
Yeah.
all she wants. It's fine.
Yeah.
But the thing that confused me was she goes, I don't want to beef with someone who's like has lower followers than me. I go, okay, that makes sense.
I saw
And
that.
then she
it
made
was
the
on
boxing
live or
video.
something.
I'm like, what the fuck do you want?
There's a meeting.
Yeah, I was like,
And I
what
was
is
like,
going
oh,
Song
on?
choice. The
Song choices we weird.
I was like, what is going on? I'm
Yeah,
like, you
yeah.
said no, now you want to do it. What do you want me to do?
Yeah. I mean, she was training for it.
Yeah,
Did you train as well?
no, I
Ah,
don't need
okay.
to. I wasn't gonna.
Doesn't
fight
need to
anyway.
train.
One
bro.
right hand.
Yeah, one right hand, bro.
Hey, but I gotta
One
ask.
straight
I
right.
gotta ask the $1 million question. All right. Did you actually end up shitting in your hands and clapping, or
No, no,
Ah,
you didn't end up doing it?
no.
That's a
Too,
legend.
too
Wait,
messy,
wait.
Too messy.
So no, but seriously, would if Veronica calls you like right now and says, "Hey, me and a few friends, we're hanging out at Marquee. Me and the pineapple, me and this and that, we're hanging out at Marquee. Can you come along?" Would you go? Would you close the phone and then proceed to shit in your hand and clap?
I'm gonna be honest. I probably would.
Would
I'd
you
rather-
shit in
I'd
your hand
rather
and
not,
clap?
Like,
Yeah,
hang
yeah,
out with them,
that
mate.
makes
I don't
sense.
wanna-
That makes sense.
I don't see the point.
Wow.
I don't like. I got my own mates.
Really?
I don't need like to hang out with people. Like I'm here, which is ironic, but
Yeah, yeah. No, but this
as in
is like
yeah, like they're a group of mates on there. I get it, but like yeah, I'm still interested in that. Eh?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, look,
Makes sense,
we've hung out with them a few times. Not like personally, like she had this. I don't know if you remember, like this TikTok clout
The
party.
Yeah. The
That-
party.
Yeah, this party, and then like I think there was one more, and then like I've met them before, and like that group there, like they seem like nice people.
Yeah, I'm
like,
sure they're nice.
I'm
It's
sure
just,
they're very nice people
Yeah.
and stuff.
Yeah.
But like it does seem a little bit like a cult sort of thing.
Yeah,
Like,
no.
when you look at it
The
closely, you're
Sydney
like,
vibes.
fuck, bro. Like, because at some point they were literally hanging out every single day, and like
Yeah,
you
legit.
just see the
I
same
used to
people.
see it. I used to think to myself, did these guys have mates outside of this app? Like, you got family?
Nah,
Bro,
nah,
I
they're just-
got mates since primary school. I don't see them every day.
Yeah.
Whether we have lockdown or not, like, what is this?
Bro, I'm lucky to see my mates once a week, once every 2 weeks.
Bro,
you know,
yeah.
like
hey,
it's,
how are they doing it?
I don't know, man. I
They
mean,
got all the time in the world.
maybe like that's their full time
Yeah.
thing, like influencers. I'd love
Possibly,
to
yeah.
do that, man.
Yeah, maybe TikTok's paying them.
Influencer.
Yeah, yeah.
If it's paying them, I'm confused.
Oh yeah, mate.
I think it's the sponsors though,
Yeah.
because they do
Yeah,
a lot of like
definitely.
vlogs and like, oh, I went to this restaurant. This is what I
Yeah,
had.
yeah,
Yeah.
that makes sense.
Would you ever do that?
Yeah, I probably would.
Like vlog?
Oh no, not a vlog. No, I go to like a restaurant, and, like show it and shit. But
Yeah.
I wouldn't do a vlog. It's against my entire human being. I can't do it.
Yeah.
It's against my entire nature.
That's what
I
you
can't
go
do it.
against.
It's
Yeah.
like, it'll be like, imagine Charbel doing a fucking vlog.
Nah,
And he's like,
like a Michaela style.
fucking Michaela
I
style.
would lose the plot,
Oh
bro.
my
I
God.
can't.
What about
guys.
the Addis bloke, bro? He's a spinner.
He's your
He's
mate.
a
Addis
weird
fool.
Donny, bro. He's a weird Donny.
Uh,
He didn't block me on his new account, which is nice.
oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Addis fool.
No, Addis Paul, I think it would be a good fight for you. What do you reckon?
I'd knock him out easy.
Yeah.
100%.
I genuinely can see
Just
that.
one
Like,
fight, right?
100%.
That's it.
you know, like, would you
Set it up.
fight him?
Yeah, for sure.
Would you fight Addis Paul?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. I think we need
We
to
got-
set
we
that
gotta
I
up.
was the
set that
only
up.
one that couldn't stitch his video about boxing. He did it on
Oh,
purpose. He wasn't going to
fuck.
fight
Oh, really?
anyone. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which one were you going to stitch? Because I stitched the one with the robe.
Because I
Remember
was
the
going
ones
to,
around
yeah,
the
the one who was like in the road, but he has me blocked. So I saw other people stitching
Oh, he
it.
blocked ya.
But
Fuck.
I'm blocked.
Wow.
I've been blocked by him since like somewhere start of the year, I think, ages ago.
Wow.
Have you,
You hit him in the-
have
in
you
the
been
feels.
blocked by any other influencers?
Yeah, so him, Michaela, of course, that's
Fuck.
standard. Anna Paul.
The whole family.
Oh
the
my
whole
God, the whole family. What about Glenn?
Who's Glenn?
That's Anna Paul's.
He's probably
I
blocked
never
by
had a
him.
video on him, bro. Probably not.
He's probably the best,
Yeah.
most bearable one out of him because
Well, he doesn't do much.
He doesn't
He
do
just
much.
fucking
That's
I'm
all.
stands
sure he's a nice bloke. I haven't seen one video of him. I'm sure he's alright there.
He's alright. He's not bad.
If
Yeah,
he
I
made
like-
a dumb video, I would have seen it by now.
bro. There's some stitches that I've seen about, like the one where I even stitched one of the videos, which
Yeah.
was like, if you're a doctor, you're selling your body.
Oh no,
If you're-
that's the dumbest shit.
I lost
Like,
brain cells.
I
From
lost
that.
so much brain cells. on
It's
that
like
one.
once you get to a certain like size as an influencer and you have a certain amount of money, you can just say whatever you want.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
because you have so many loyal supporters, you can say the dumbest shit and
Yeah.
nothing's gonna happen to you.
Honestly, like I feel like these influencers, a lot of their stuff is like, they don't think. Like sometimes I
don't.
think, do they actually rewatch the video before they post it?
I know, like you're comparing what a builder does to what a sex worker does.
Yeah. Builders get up at 5 a.m. every single day.
The way
They are
she
selling
explained
their
it,
body.
she was
Yeah.
Like, what
One
the
has
fuck?
their pants on, the other doesn't.
Exactly. What does it have? The
One,
tits out?
one has dignity, the other.
Yeah, no builder's
That's
gonna be
right.
like, let me pick up this piece of timber while I'm half naked, bro. Like, it's
Exactly.
not gonna happen.
Exactly. But you were one of those like guys as well. Like there was a few other guys that were stitching the videos.
Yeah.
And I was so invested in those like little beefs that were going on. And
Oh,
I was
yeah,
like,
that were good.
fuck,
Good
that was
times.
funny. That was peak, bro. TikTok, I'm telling you, before when like people like Addis Paul would come along and everyone would just roast the shit out of him.
Bro, he used
It
to
was
make
fun.
videos and get
Yeah.
stitched by everyone.
Yeah,
it was so
yeah.
Good. It was
It
great.
was
it
so
was
good. Like it was, he knew what he was doing.
Yeah, yeah,
obviously.
100%,
He
yeah.
knew that all this clout was coming.
Yeah,
and stuff.
marketing.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
good marketing, but like fucking when you think about it, like back then, that was like some of the fun times that TikTok had. Or that Yui
Yeah.
bloke. What happened
Yeah.
to fucking Yui?
I don't know. I used to stick
What
his
happened to
videos
you?
too.
He was like
I don't know where he went. Is he still going?
just disappeared.
I don't know. Is he still going?
I don't know. Maybe he's on Instagram now or
I
something.
think he's
don't know.
he's just hanging
He
out.
probably got sick of it.
Everyone goes on Instagram live now as well. I didn't know what the
Yeah,
point of
yeah.
that is.
I've only been once with Abra.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the only time Abracadabra. That's
Yeah,
the
he's
only time
funny.
I've been
He's
live
good.
on Insta. Yeah.
He cops like
Thoughts on Africa, remember?
yeah, he's good, but the problem is he cops hate for like throwing food out sometimes.
Yeah,
which I
I've
get.
seen that. I've seen
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
But his reviews like make sense. Like he doesn't like Domino's. Domino's like low quality pizza anyway.
Yeah,
which
yeah.
makes sense.
Yeah.
I mean, most of the reviews
yeah.
he's done, I agree with.
Yeah.
I mean, I haven't. Have you tried Five Guys?
No.
I've never tried it yet, and,
I've
and
heard
he's
it's
saying
shit,
it's
yeah.
fucking shit, and he's
Yeah.
expensive as well.
In that case, I'll take his word for it. I'll never have it.
Yeah. Like
Yeah.
even Carl's Jr. I think that was the one where he got a lot of backlash because he
got a
threw
lot.
it.
Yeah.
But like
I think that was also might have been during like Ramadan or something.
Yeah,
like, people were fasting. He's throwing away food. He just like him doing that is not a bad thing. I think he picked the wrong time to do it.
Yeah. But like even if it's Ramadan, like you're gonna eventually eat anyway. Like,
Yeah, I think
it's
people
like-
just got to. I remember reading like comments on that video saying like you shouldn't be throwing out food and people are fasting. But like if you're not fasting and you're writing that, why the fuck does it concern you?
Yeah, exactly.
Let the people who are actually fasting
Bro, people
complain. Doesn't it make sense?
Yeah.
People get butthurt a lot
Yeah.
though. Like people get butthurt.
People just
and-
want an excuse to like cancel someone.
Yeah,
Even like Dave Chappelle now, like
Yeah.
he's getting
He's one of
cancelled.
them.
But like,
Yeah.
I watched that special. It wasn't like
No, it wasn't.
you don't think
Did you watch
anything
it?
of
Yeah, I watched.
Yeah.
I watched him since I was younger. I watched everything he's done.
Yeah, is he like
Um,
one of your? Because
Yeah,
he's one of my
for
favorite
sure, yeah.
comedians, man.
Like for what it's worth, is the most iconic shit.
Oh,
ever.
fucking
100%.
Oh,
Yeah,
for sure,
he's,
man.
He's so
Like no one, a lot of people in that special, they didn't watch the whole special. Like
No, they just saw the part about trans people and he's a cunt. I don't
he's
like him.
transphobic.
Yeah.
He even says
and
it himself.
Yeah,
like,
he says like he'll
he had
say
a
I'm
mate.
transphobic, but
that's
he's
the
saying it
irony.
sarcastically.
He's saying it. I'm
Yeah.
transphobic.
And he said he had a mate who was who's a transvestite who like passed away, and like
Yeah.
he gave money to the daughter.
Yeah.
He clearly doesn't hate these people.
Exactly.
Yeah, 100%.
If you watched, you fucking idiots, if you watched like till the end of the fucking special,
But they don't want to. They just want
Yeah,
to take
you would
one
know
thing
that
out
he
of-
explained the story, and it actually affected him deeply when that person killed themselves, and it shocked him more because like apparently they were happy, like they
Exactly,
were
yeah,
doing fine,
yeah.
and then she just decided to do it, and that's it. Yeah.
yeah, and he the way like the way he expresses his emotion, Chappelle, is like a different level. Like
His delivery and everything.
his
so
delivery,
good.
man,
perfect.
is crazy.
Oh,
He's crazy.
He's very good.
Because he leads up, like you think,
He's a
where's he
comedic
going with
genius.
this? And then he all of a sudden it all makes sense at the end.
Yeah.
When he like builds up to that story.
Yeah, it's
And
good.
like,
He's
fuck,
very
it's-
good.
Yeah, he's
Crazy.
very good at
I think
like,
he's like-
storytelling.
And he's uncancelable.
Yeah,
Because he's like
exactly.
one of the greatest comedians of all
Have you
time.
seen his TV show that he had on
Nah.
Comedy Central? It's on
seen it.
Netflix
Might have.
now.
Yeah.
Watch the first episode.
What
What's
is
it
it?
called?
It's Peak
note it down.
Racism.
Peak racism.
No, it's not the actual name, but it's literally just Peak Racism.
Oh, it's
So
peak racism.
The
Oh,
first
okay.
episode, it literally he does skits. So there's 3 seasons.
Yeah.
I think maybe 2 or 3.
Yeah.
They're all on Netflix. The quality's not the best because like they're very old. They came out like that was when he didn't have the rights to the show. It
Right.
was owned by Comedy Central. That's before he went on his hiatus for like 10 years.
Yeah.
So he has a show there. He does skits. Some of them you can't show them on YouTube anymore. Like they're really
Right.
bad. Like that time,
Wow.
very very like non-PC
Red hot.
stuff.
Yeah, too red hot.
So the first episode has a skit where he's a black guy who's blind and doesn't know he's black, and he's a white supremacist.
A black guy
What?
who's blind that doesn't know he's black and he's a white supremacist.
Yeah.
Wow, bro.
Wow.
You know, but you're gonna like.
That's
it's
crazy.
Bad.
That's
crazy, man.
It
It's
sounds
bad.
crazy.
Like the ideas like that, it just, bro. Chappelle's on another level.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who would you say like? I feel like I'm asking questions like a
Yeah.
comment. Who would you say is like your top comedians? Like,
Yeah, definitely him. Chris Rock.
yeah,
Chris
Rock's
Rock's
pretty
stuff
good.
on like relationships is like still true to this
Yeah,
day.
yeah.
Yeah.
It still applies.
Bill Burr's pretty good.
Yeah, Bill Burr's pretty funny.
Carl Barron's funny. I like him.
yeah. Some of his old
He's
stuff.
still
Oh, he's an
Carl
Aussie.
Barron's
He's
old
an
school.
Aussie
Yeah, yeah.
icon.
He's really old
Icon.
school.
I've seen some of his old stand-ups. Pretty
Yeah.
fucking funny, man.
He's
Yeah.
good. Who else do I watch?
There's not many Aussies though, is there?
Nah, not really.
Yeah.
I'd say who's the other? Eddie Murphy's good. His old ones.
Eddie
I
Murphy's
think, did he do
an
any
OG.
after like Raw and the other one?
I don't think he
I'm
did.
not
He
sure.
did?
Nah.
No.
I don't think so.
He's got a lot of
He's
movies.
really good despite the 2 that he did or the 3.
Yeah,
that he did,
yeah.
Yeah.
But
He's
those are the
pretty
ones
good.
I usually watch. I don't watch many other comedians.
There's a bit
I'd say.
of Kevin Hart ones, but
Yeah, I think
Kevin
like
Hart.
I think he's alright, but like
Yeah.
sometimes he forces it a bit.
Sometimes
does,
it's
yeah.
overdone.
He
Yeah,
does.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
In his like, a lot of his stand-up is fucking really funny.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
some of the bits that he does is fucking hilarious. But sometimes, yeah, as you said, he overkill. You know, like it's overkill.
Like there's one clip I saw on YouTube. He did the same joke like 6 times.
Yeah.
The one about like
He
the
ran
gun
it. He ran
being
it to the
hidden.
ground. Yeah.
Yeah,
yeah, he overdoes it sometimes. But yeah.
but yeah, he's alright too.
You
Those
like
are the ones I
you,
usually watch.
you like to party, bro?
I used to when I was younger.
Yeah.
Like, when I was in school in like early uni, I used to go to parties all the time, and then like
What sort of
just kinda
parties, like?
stop. Like house parties,
Yeah,
go
yeah.
clubbing. I used to go to Argyle.
Right.
I went to establishment once. It was shit. Never went there again.
Yeah.
Where else did I go? Went to Ivy. That place is a fucking shit fest. Probably changed
If
now.
you, if you go
Thoughts
to
on Ivy?
if you've been in the pool in Ivy, don't worry about what's in the vaccine.
Yeah, exactly. No, if you've been to the R&B room at Argyle, bro, don't worry about what's in the
Don't worry about what's in
But
the
you walk
vaccine.
That's the
in
least
there,
of your
it's
worries.
so sweaty,
Oh.
and you get like rain dripping on you. It's like
Oh,
it's the worst thing ever. It's
Yeah,
horrible,
nah,
mate.
fuck that. I mean, but now it's like you're more into like chill things, yeah. Like,
Yeah, I just go to like a mate's house and that's it.
yeah, yeah.
Like even if I have like my birthday, it's just at a restaurant.
What's
or
like a
something.
fun day for Charbel? Like-
It's not a boring cunt here, but I'd say playing video games, hanging out
Yeah.
with mates.
You do,
going
you,
out to restaurants. That'd be it.
yeah, like nothing crazy, like
Yeah.
not partying and stuff. Because like you get old, you're like, fuck.
Can't be bothered.
How,
get
how,
sick of
how
it,
much
yeah.
more can you keep up? You know, like
Yeah, I don't know. You
years
kind of
of-
get sick of it.
You live
Yeah.
for years.
Because like
Back
house
in the
parties are
heyday.
better than clubbing though, for sure.
Yeah.
Like clubbing, like the floor's sticky. Everything
Oh,
costs
man.
an arm and a leg. You bump a million people.
You all these sweaty people around you.
If you literally bump like one Lebbo's girlfriend, bro.
Oh,
they're
God.
gone.
Wallah, what are you doing, cuz?
Fuck you doing?
Get out of here.
That happened when I was at Ivy. Like me and my mates, one of them like bumped into a guy.
Yeah.
And he literally turns around and goes, "What'd you bump me for, bro?" It was like 2:00. That's when
What?
clubs weren't closing. This was before like that curfew stuff.
Yeah.
And then I remember I was like facing one way, and a guy like grabbed me from behind. I'm like, what the fuck? My fight or flight is going off right now.
Yeah,
Like, what's
yeah.
gonna happen here? And then I went to like turn around, and it's this like 7-foot security guard just picking me up and moving me out of the way. By
What?
the way, at that time, I probably weighed like 80 something kilos. He lifted me like I was 5 kilos.
Fucking
What?
Pushed me to the side so he could grab the guy that was causing the fight and drag him out.
7-foot
Oh,
security
yeah.
guard.
Yeah, and
That's some
I remember he
scary
looked at me
shit.
and goes, "Sorry, bro," like that. I was a funny fucking.
Was like
Yeah,
He's a
Islander.
friendly
I was
giant.
like,
He's
yeah,
a friendly giant.
I was like,
big
I'm
Islander
like, bro, you do whatever you want.
Yeah, yeah, bro. Don't worry.
I
Pick
ain't
me up.
messing with you.
Pick me up and put me wherever the fuck you want. Cause
Do whatever you want.
Take
bro.
me
I
home.
was freaking out. I think I was
Yeah,
like
yeah.
19 at the time,
yeah,
and
yeah.
I was like, shit. I'm like, what is happening to me right now? I'm like, I'm meant to be fighting back whoever's trying to like punch on with me, but it's just security guards. I'm like,
Sometimes
oh,
you just
yeah.
look at him and you're like, yep, man,
Yeah,
do
I'm
it.
not gonna
That's
worry
it.
about
Do
it
you
now.
think?
Yeah,
I submit. I'm done.
yeah.
Go on.
But yeah, clubbing's a weird place. It's a weird
Yeah,
place,
yeah.
bro.
I mean, like, there's just sweaty people. Like,
Yeah.
just sweaty people around you. Just like,
you want to lose weight, you go to clubbing.
you go clubbing, bro. You fucking,
Or
or
Arab
just go to a
weddings.
Lebanese wedding.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Arab
exactly.
weddings.
That works too.
You been to a lot of Lebanese weddings?
Yeah, I had especially at one point, I had like 7 in 2 months. Like one
Wow.
every hour.
Wow.
That's a lot, bro. I
Fuck.
thought I went to one of
Bro,
the weddings.
it was like people, like it was like my mum's side, like a cousin getting married. Oh, we know them. Let's go.
How does that work? Like,
I
you
know.
get these invitations and you're like, I don't even know who this person is.
Yeah, but
No,
like
you go to
you
their
just
wedding.
tag along,
saw
but-
him once. Okay, we're going.
All right. But
That's
that
it.
just
You just
proves
tag
that, you
along.
know, you
Yeah,
got
it makes no sense, eh?
Yeah.
But yeah, I had a lot of weddings. I haven't been to one in a long time.
Yeah.
It's
The
been a
last
while.
wedding I went to, I think, was like 2 years ago. My cousin got married, my first cousin.
Yeah.
But before that, there were no weddings for a long time. But there was a certain point where I had a lot like going.
Yeah, yeah. Sometimes you just can't keep up and you're like, bro, I can't
Yeah.
keep doing this.
I know.
It's like clubbing every weekend.
It's bad.
Yeah.
And then when the music stops, the ringing in the ears, bro.
Oh,
bro,
man. You
100%.
go home, you can't sleep. You're
Yeah.
like, you know,
like-
it's like all this ringing.
It's like an experience. Like it's
And there's
just
that one bloke that sings that like drags a note out for 50 seconds.
Yeah, yeah.
Dude,
He doesn't stop.
for this, bro. They got the lungs
Bro.
of steel.
oh, bro.
What about the trumpet guy?
Oh yeah, the
Oh,
trumpet
man,
guy.
the
They always
trumpet
hire
guy.
that one trumpet guy.
There's always that one
Plus
trumpet
plus
guy.
the arm and a leg, bro. And he's just
Is it
going
the
at
same guy that always has the fucking...
it. Yeah.
the same guy with the mustache?
Bro,
It's
how's he got
always
time
him.
to go to every wedding?
He's got to be a
That guy is
millionaire
at
by now.
every single
Fuck
wedding.
it.
The guy with the
Do
mustache.
you know where every wedding is? Fairfield Paradiso.
Fairfield Paradiso. Literally. It's
Every
like
time.
everywhere. Like,
go-to.
change up the fucking venue.
It
Have
is
you ever
nice
seen
there,
a Lebanese outdoor wedding, or is that just white people?
Nah, never.
It's
No,
never.
I've never
Always
seen that.
indoors, bro.
It's always
It
indoors.
has
It's
to be
always the
indoors
same
now.
lights. The fucking...
Yeah.
Then you
with
got
smoke.
the photographers. Fucking
It always goes from like a church, of course,
Yeah.
inside,
Yeah.
to a venue inside, never
Inside.
outside.
Never
Yeah,
outside.
never.
Never see the light
It's
of day.
always inside.
It's just like, and then the drums and shit. Oh,
You know
so loud.
what burns me the most is the food, though.
Oh yeah.
Bro. It's
The
like
problem is,
the
Oh,
plastic,
bro.
the same
They
chicken.
They top it up.
one
as well. It's
time
like
you
fucking-
go, it'd be like the best food on the planet, and another time you go, and it's like it's horrible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
that's
And then
true.
everyone's
always
like
chicken and fish.
steak, chicken around the table.
Yeah.
And then like if you ask for fish, you get fish.
Yeah.
But like no one ever does because they forget it's there. So you either get a chicken that's bland or a steak that you didn't get cooked how you want it because
Yeah.
they just do it like well
The same
done
for
or
everyone.
medium for everyone.
Fucking well done steak. Like,
Yeah.
you sitting there chewing.
Oh, fuck that. Nah, I can't do well done. Nah, I can't. Medium rare.
I used to eat like well done steak when I was younger. Then I changed to like eating medium. I
Bro,
prefer
well
it.
done steak. I seriously can't do it. I don't know how people do it.
Nah,
fucking-
you
it's like-
can't, man.
You can't ask them because they're still chewing.
Yeah.
Literally, it's like fucking.
It's like eating rubber. It's like
Yeah, nah, I can't do it. I think mum likes it well done or something.
Yeah, my parents like it well done.
How did, why is every parent
like
like
a
well
old
done?
parent
generation.
thing, bro.
It's just a parent thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I like to see a little bit of blood.
Yeah, a little
I don't
bit.
mind me a little bit of blood.
Not too
But
much.
like not below medium.
Yeah.
Below
No.
medium, bro. That shit's like
Oh.
uncooked.
The shit's
There's-
mewing.
You have the well done people and you have the fucking raw people. It's just
Yeah,
fucking
nah.
Yeah, 100%.
Fucking raw.
Gordon Ramsay.
Gordon Ramsay will love it. Nah, bro. But what's your thoughts on crypto? Like, I know because you're in the like, your job's like in finance, right?
Yeah,
your,
yeah.
like, your actual
yeah,
job.
I don't
His
touch
job
crypto.
is not TikTok,
Yes,
guys.
bro. TikTok's
a
for
real
fun.
job.
Relax.
He has a real job.
Yeah, I don't touch crypto. I feel like it might become like a thing in the future, but for now, I think it's just too like volatile, too risky. Like I got a mate. I'm not gonna say his name. He made like 400 grand off crypto.
Wow.
Yeah,
Fuck.
and then like
That's impressive.
I don't know how they do it, but we're just probably picking a good time, I guess.
Yeah.
But yeah, I haven't touched it or anything like that. If I was going to, it'd probably just be Bitcoin and Ethereum, the ones that like make sense.
Yeah. Yeah.
But all those shit coins, what the fuck's the point?
Yeah.
all
yeah.
you're doing
There's
is
so
just
many.
fucking-
Like,
All you're doing is
Those
waiting for
just
an
a meme.
influencer to like say something.
yeah.
And then you bought in early, it goes up, you sell, and everyone who bought in at that time is just getting stuffed.
That's
Yeah.
true.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Those.
So like NFTs is another one, but
Yeah, I don't touch that one either. I got no
Yeah, I
clue.
think
don't know
NFTs
what
is-
it
I still don't understand that. For
Bro, it's like
NFTs.
digital art online. You can take a screenshot of it, look like you own it. I don't get it.
yeah, yeah.
Bro, if we barely understand,
Like you own the
imagine,
original file.
imagine
isn't
telling your dad, fucking a
know.
cartoon sold
I
for
don't-
$500,000.
And imagine telling him, oh, you can't. Why buy a house in real life when you can buy one online? Then what
Yeah.
the fuck's wrong with you?
What's wrong with
Just
you?
take a
Exactly.
screenshot. Just fucking
Take a screenshot. No, but there's a lot of those memes as well. Like the original meme.
Yeah.
Like the guy, for example, that's got like his veins popping
Yeah,
out,
yeah,
sitting there
they-
like that. And there's like so many different memes that the original file was selling for like hundreds of thousands of
Yeah,
dollars.
it makes no sense.
Yeah.
And the people they try and compare it to artwork, but it's not the same.
It's not artwork, bro.
Because a
It's not
painting is like a physical
Picasso painting or like
No.
It's
something
completely different.
fancy. Yeah, it's literally
Yeah.
a digital drawing that some bloke made. They made it for like $5
Yeah.
and sells it for like 500. Someone goes, "Oh, this is nice. I'll pay 1,000." And then the person who like originally made it
doesn't
makes
make
a shit ton of
sense.
money.
You
That
should
doesn't
sell your
make-
original comment reply video
I know,
as an
honestly.
NFT.
The first
I
one.
should,
The
eh?
original
First
file.
one.
That-
Someone
that'll-
just like screen recording like, "This is mine."
This is mine. That's CHARBEL's
the
NFT.
original.
Yeah.
Oh, bro.
Yeah. Can you help me buy a house?
Yeah, I probably can.
Literally?
I know how like the banks do it. Yeah.
Bro, seriously, because I'm like, look, in the area it's so
You
hard.
got to get a deposit first, then you come back. To
Without an arm and a leg.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to
There's
sell my
certain
organs. I
schemes,
want to buy a
there's
house, but I
certain
don't want to
schemes
sell
as
my
well.
organs.
There's the first home buyer scheme.
Yeah.
So you put down a 5% deposit. The government does the other 15, and you don't have to pay it back or anything.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
5% doesn't seem too bad.
Yeah, like 5% of like a million's 50 grand, but like 5% of 750 is like 37 and a half, I think.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
not bad. Save up.
And that one there, basically you have to. It's either like single or de facto, so you can't do it with siblings
Right.
unless you want to pretend that your brother and you were married or something. Then you can't do that. But yeah, single or de facto, and then I think you have to be both earning a certain amount of income. The minimum is like quite easy to meet. But
Yeah.
like the maximum, I think I forgot what the amount is. Like they have it on their websites if you go look. But like
The
there's
maximum
that's
wouldn't
the
be
way
too
it
high, would it? Like,
No, I think the maximum is like I don't know. I think the last time I saw it like was like 120.
Hmm.
But the way it works is they only offer a certain amount of those ones every year. So the start
Oh,
of the
okay.
financial year,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
they'll do like 10,000, and there'll
Yeah.
be people waiting for the start of the financial year ready to get that loan.
Oh,
And there's
wow.
also a super saver one. You can take money out of your super, but I don't know how that one works.
Yeah, that
Oh,
one's a
wow.
bit dodgy, isn't it?
Yeah.
Or
Well, you can, but like if you're not really, if your super's not that high, you're like not fussed about it.
well, not now. I
If
don't
you
think my
have the
super
option
would
to
be
choose
high.
the super the first one, it'd be better. The
Yeah,
5%
yeah.
one for sure.
Nah, man. Like, cause in the area, bro, you know how it is.
Yeah.
Prices are
Oh,
not.
they
they're
just
unreal.
keep going
Have
up.
you
Yeah.
seen the? Because I work in like with private clients.
Yeah.
You think the houses here are bad? You should see in the eastern suburbs are not good.
Oh, really?
Fuck,
Yeah,
forget
yeah.
it.
I mean, but
Forget
that's understandable.
Yeah, yeah,
like,
like
in
those
a
ones
way.
there. Like they, if you've heard of the areas like Freshwater, Avalon Beach, Dover Heights, those areas.
Yeah,
There's
yeah.
not a house below 5 mil in those areas.
Fuck.
But they're on
Yeah.
the beach,
They
aren't they?
just
Like,
sound
on the
rich.
beach. Yeah.
they're mansions. Like,
yeah, they're nice places.
fuck, bro.
Some of them are
I'd love
ugly
to
as
drive
shit,
through
they're
there.
worth a lot. Yeah.
I'd love to drive through there and just see the houses there.
Yeah, they're nice.
Literally.
But Western, like Sydney, I thought it was cheap. Like certain areas of Western Sydney, like the ones that are considered like high crime rates,
Yeah.
Yeah.
are cheaper. But areas like, Guildford, Greystanes and stuff are more expensive than I thought they'd be.
Yeah, it doesn't
Yeah, I
make
mean,
sense.
like, it's just
the,
the
the
area,
price
bro.
point
It's
of
just the thing. It's like the price bubble's just like,
It's also
Yeah.
because like a lot of properties here are being bought by like companies overseas.
oh,
Oh,
right.
wow.
They got nothing to do with
Investors.
their money there. They buy it here. Yeah, and that's what's like missing the property.
That
price.
That's what's
fucks-
stuffing
that
us up.
fucks the-
Investors.
yeah.
Investors, please. I want to buy houses.
I
man.
know it's bad, eh?
Fucking hell. Want to move out.
Back in the 80s, wages were going up with property prices.
Yeah, yeah.
Wages stopped and the
And
prices,
the prices
keep
keep
going.
going up.
Yeah.
They just kept going
That,
up.
that was my dad was telling us that recently as well.
Yeah.
Actually, like the house prices, like for example, 10, 15, 20 years ago, like
Yeah.
let's say you buy a house for like 180 grand, your wage can be like 30, 40 grand.
Yeah, and you were fine.
And you will find
compare
because
it now,
the
it's
difference
like-
isn't that much. But
Like,
now,
interest rates there were like 18% on a home loan.
yeah.
But
wow.
the deposit amount was less. The property prices were less. Now the rates are low. Rates are only low because of COVID.
Yeah.
As soon as
exactly.
everything goes back to normal, back to 4 or 5%.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Just wait till all the immigrants start coming
Yeah.
in. So, fucking start buying all these houses.
Yeah.
You
Start
sit
buying
in
all
an
the
auction.
apartments.
You see like look, I don't want to generalize, but you see an
Yeah.
Asian guy
Yeah.
or an Indian guy just trying to buy a house, and you're like,
Yeah.
bidding. Mate,
Your plan was 1 million. They got different plans.
they
bro.
got different plans,
Oh,
man.
bro, if you see a Lebo go head to head with the Asian, it's like,
Oh, that's fun,
Yeah,
man. Have
it
you
is.
been to auctions?
Yeah, I've been
Nah,
to
they're
a
fun.
few. I remember like my parents' one for the house they got.
Yeah.
They were competing with 2 Asians,
Oh.
and the amount they had like planned was good.
Yeah.
And then the one they ended up with, like a bit fucked for the time.
No
because
way.
Of, like other people bringing it up.
yeah, they
But lucky they fought. That was good,
Yeah.
man. They
Yeah, but
stayed
if,
in the
like,
race.
The thing is, if you fight and then you don't get it, at least you fucked over the other.
Yeah, that's what I always
It's
think.
like they're gonna pay $1 million. No, they pay
Because some of them
1.5
don't look,
now.
some of them don't look happy. They're like, oh, okay, fuck.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because they went to the bank because there's something called an AIP, approval in process.
Yeah.
So you go to the bank, or approval in principle.
Yeah.
The way it works is you go to the bank, you say, I want to get a loan with like by myself or with someone.
Yeah.
You can only do it with like partners or family. Like if you went to get a loan with your best friend, the banks don't allow it anymore like they used to.
Oh, right.
And
Okay.
back then, parents could get loans and like they move the property title to their kid's name. You can't
Yeah.
do that anymore.
Fuck, they're cracking
Wow.
down on
Yeah.
all of it.
Like unless you sell the property, like you can do it, but it's just more complicated process now than when it was like 5 years ago.
Yeah.
But yeah, so you go to a bank, you get an AIP, and then they tell you how much you can borrow based on your income at that time. Or if you have a new job lined up, you give them the employment contract,
Yeah.
and then you go out and try and find a house. So let's just say you got approved by the bank for 1 mil.
Mm.
You go try to buy a house. The auction, you went there, it got approved that like you got the house at 1.3, and you're thinking, what the fuck am I going to do now?
Because you got 300 grand extra.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
Wow.
the problem. You have to get the approval first before you go out. But the approval lasts like 3 months, so you got time.
Right.
But like you just got to hope you don't get like messed up.
Wow.
So that approval, right? So you got, let's say you get that approval for $1 million.
Yeah.
You can't get anything like, obviously not more like than $1 million.
No, because they assess it based on the like what's called the affordability rate. So they assess how much you can borrow based on the worst rate scenario possible. Even if your rate might be lower,
Yeah.
because like you have like a staff rate or you have like a lower rate because owner occupied, like living in the property, those rates are lower than interest in investment properties. They're way lower, like in regards to comparing
wow.
between the two. But that's because like of course you rent out investment property, make money off it. You can claim the interest deduction on your tax return to lower your income so you pay less tax. That's only
Wow.
for
Tax
investment
deductible,
properties. Yeah.
Yeah.
You can't do it for owner occupied. If you live in the place, you can't do fuck all with it on a tax return. That's how it
Fuck.
works. But then if you get approved for like that 1 million, you'd basically have to go back to the bank, and then unless you have like another asset you can rely on or something, you'd have to like see if you can get approved for a higher one. But if you do get approved for like a certain amount and then you end up getting it at the auction, you're all good. But I guess you gotta like, it depends on how much income you have. So the way they calculate affordability is whatever your income is, like after tax.
Yeah.
If you have bonus or whatever, they put that in.
Oh,
there
it's
too.
after tax.
Yeah, they use after tax figures.
Right.
Yeah,
So let's say your income, for argument's sake, is 100K a
yeah.
year. After tax, whatever.
It's like 60 something.
60 something.
Fucked. Yeah.
Fuck.
You
Sounds
get fucked
so
by
fucked
tax.
the way you say it like that.
The highest tax rate is like 47%. So anyone over like I think 180 pays that. So
I
if
think
you-
that's where you get fucked the
yeah.
most.
No, the fuck the most one is 120 to 180.
120 to 180.
Yeah, that's the bad one. The one after that is better because if you make 200K a year or
Yeah.
500K a year or 1 million a year, your tax is the same.
Right.
That's
Oh,
for
okay.
jobs, of
Oh, yeah,
course.
it's
Companies pay
plus.
less tax.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, yeah. So your tax deductible to find your affordability.
Yeah, so they get your net income. They do everything monthly. They get your
Yeah.
net income minus your expenses. You fill that out like groceries, all that shit. If you live with parents, it's just easier.
Yeah.
They have a minimum expense thing. So if your expenses are below the minimum of what they do research as to how much someone in your bracket would be spending, they put
Yeah.
your expenses to that minimum. You can't do anything about that. Like it
Oh
is what
right.
it is.
Okay. Yeah.
So if your spenders were like 1,000 a month, like you spent 1,000 a month, and their minimum is 1,200, your thing is 1,200. You can't debate it. Don't worry about it. Move on. Like that's
okay.
it. Yeah.
Yep. Yep.
And then they take out your existing debt if you have any. If you don't, it'll just be
What
the
about
new
HEX
loan
debt?
repayment. Yeah, HEX is taken out because HEX comes out of your pay.
Yeah, it does.
If you
That's
check
true.
your pay slip,
It
it
does.
basically it
Fucking
gets
hate
taken
it,
into
man.
consideration,
Keep
but it's
seeing
not a
it.
big deal.
Yeah. Yeah.
Plus HEX goes up every year, but you pay more of it off, so technically it goes down every year. So
Okay.
you don't have to
Oh,
worry about that. There's no point paying off HEX early. If you had the money, get a house, don't pay off HEX. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
But then once that's considered, they take in your existing debt if you have any. They just put the new debt,
Yeah.
and then you have your like surplus. So how much you can afford after everything's there. So if you have $200 surplus, that means per month you have $200 left over after your income's considered, your expenses, and whatever loan repayments you have.
Right.
And then with that amount, they give you the affordability.
Mm.
And if
Right.
it's 2 people, of course, double the income, double the expenses,
More.
all that stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's
Fuck,
a lot to it.
There's
Yeah.
a lot to it.
That needs a podcast in itself. It's a
Yeah, yeah, literally.
financial podcast.
Like just to buy a house. Like fuck.
Also, the process of getting a house is a paid. You have settlement. You have to get valuers out to check the
You got the
property.
stamp duty as well, like,
Yeah.
but that's
Stamp duty is
First-home buyers, okay.
exempt for first-home buyers.
yeah.
Oh.
So stamp duty is literally a tax that you pay to make sure that the title goes from the other person's name to yours.
To yours.
So,
Literally just
example,
that.
if you buy a house that's $1 million, the stamp duty separate to your deposit is $40,000.
Fuck,
man.
40.
Fuck.
But
That's a
apparently,
lot.
The Premier wants to introduce a new plan for stamp duty. They want to do it like treat it like essentially like afterpay, where you just pay it in smaller amounts over each year.
So it
Okay.
becomes like as
That's-
part of the home
that's,
loan
yeah.
or like just separate
Separate repayment,
No,
you
just a
make to
separate
it, which would be instead of
Makes
paying like
sense.
40 grand up front,
up front.
you pay like 3.
Because you already got the
4,000 each year.
deposit.
It
So
makes
imagine
sense,
paying
yeah.
the deposit and then
Yeah, that's
also
how
got to pay
people do
40
it,
grand on
yeah.
top.
Yeah.
It's
Far
it's
out,
fucking
that's a
shit.
lot
So
of
if you're
money.
getting like a 2 mil property, you're putting if you had a 10% deposit, it's 200,000
Yeah.
plus 80,000 stamp duty. Stamp duty goes
That's
like
what
goes
300K.
up by less as the money goes up.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So like stamp duty from at 1 million, the difference between 1 million up to 2 million stamp duty is less than, is more than 2 million to 3 million. So
Oh,
as
so
you
it
buy a
goes
larger
up-
property, stamp duty's increase is lower. But it's
Ah,
like
okay.
it's in the thousands. But at that
So
point,
the
you're
rich get
already-
richer.
Yeah, you're putting so much money into it. Also, like you're not gonna think about it anyway. You just have to pay it, and that's it. Yeah.
Wow.
Fuck, man.
There's a lot to it, man.
There's a
Yeah,
lot
there's
to
a lot
it.
to
The
it.
house is on the market, man. We gotta. I think I gotta give you like a proper. We gotta get a consultation.
Yeah, that's it. That's it.
Have a sit down and yeah.
That's it. Yeah.
But yeah, that's how it works. It's a bit fried. But getting
Yeah.
like a credit card or a personal loan is so easy compared to getting a home loan.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Credit cards are easy. It's just the same thing, except you don't have to worry about settlement and all that. And then if you get approved,
Would you rather get a home loan though?
yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Credit cards, credit cards are seen as bad debt. You don't. There's no benefit to getting a credit card except like if you want to get points, like Qantas points or something,
Right.
depending on who you bank with.
Yeah, yeah.
And then if you want to have like an emergency thing to rely on, like if your car breaks down, you have your credit card there.
Right.
But like people that use their credit cards and then have a lot of debt owing on it, interest on credit cards is pretty fucked. If you've seen it, it's like 19-something% for most banks.
Oof.
Wow.
Unless you have a low rate card,
Fuck, man.
then like that's.
No, you
really
wouldn't
low
want to
rate.
tie yourself up
Yeah,
with something like
no.
that.
'Cause
though.
home
I
loans
wouldn't
are-
want to get a credit
Home
card.
loans are considered good debt because you're getting an asset with it.
Yeah, yeah.
Whereas a credit card, you don't. Personal loans also depends on what you're using it for. But people that buy brand new cars are fucking stupid, bro.
That's what I was gonna
Finance
say.
cars and
I,
stuff.
I was
Yeah.
I was one of those where I was thinking it's either I buy a car or a house, but definitely a house would be much
Yeah.
better.
Like it does
The car
not make
Because
sense.
it
to get a car
depreciates,
first.
bro. It depreciates.
Of course, you want to have a car that like you want to drive when you're young and all that, like a fancy car, whatever.
Yeah.
But people that get on finance, the reason they do that is because they have that car for 1 year, they can return that car later and get another one, and then they have a new finance repayment. So they keep paying a loan that never ends, getting new cars. So they keep swapping from like one AMG to another.
So you just stay in debt though.
yeah.
Like that's the
it's a
thing. I
dumb
hate
investment.
debt.
But like some
I
of
hate
them like
debt.
get cheap ones. Like you could get like an 80K Merc and then get like a repayment of like $400 a month or 500 a
Right.
month, and then
Pretty
on
fucking cheap.
finance. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's how
So it's
people do that.
tempting. It's tempting to look
Yeah.
like you're heavy or this
Yeah.
and that. You got money, but at
But
the end of the day, you don't have money.
yeah, but like getting a car definitely like as soon as you leave the lot, that shit's worth less.
Yeah, yeah.
Unless it's like a Ford Mustang or like the certain Mustangs that don't go up. Yeah.
Man, a lot of people like this is very cliche, but A to B, like A
Yeah,
to B, bro. Like
exactly.
literally,
Just get a fucking Toyota, bro.
get a Toyota.
it,
It's
bro.
so
That's it.
reliable, man.
Toyotas,
Like a
mate.
Toyota Hilux, or not really a Hilux.
No,
it's a bit
no.
overboard.
They go up for
Corolla.
some reason. Yeah, Corolla.
Corolla, yeah,
Yeah.
very,
Orions.
very
Yaris.
reliable. A Yaris,
Camrys, Orions, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They're
yeah.
good cars. Like any
Toyota's the
Japanese
best.
cars, to be honest.
very
Yeah.
good on parts as well.
Yeah, they are.
Always find
Oh, yeah,
parts.
very good.
But
Just
you have a
don't go
Toyota,
German. Don't go German.
300 Ks, the 300,000 Ks on it, the thing runs like a beauty.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they go on for ages, man.
But
They
like
just-
Toyota and stuff, their engines are made for like the dodgy Australian weather. Like
Oh yeah,
random cold, random hot, up and down, with the
they're
weather.
workhorses, bro.
Yeah, German
Yeah.
cars, like the ones that are made here don't last in our weather. That's why AMGs don't last for that long.
All
Wow.
right.
It's like the weather conditions.
It sounds
outside.
good, like to
Yeah.
have an AMG to sit back and say, brother, I have an AMG
Yeah, yeah, it does.
63,
It's just
Yeah.
the flex. Like,
Yeah, it is.
a white
that's
hatchback,
it.
Yeah,
the red seatbelts. Oh,
they're
man.
nice. They're nice. They are.
They're not bad.
Yeah, you're not
I mean, look,
100%. Even that new Yaris.
if you have the
the
money, you
sport
have the
one.
money.
Yeah.
But if you don't have the money, then don't. Like, honestly, finance is
it's a
probably
dumb
one of the
fuck-
dumbest
yeah.
things you can do.
The other thing is, right, because if you buy a house first, houses, if it goes up in value, you have something called equity.
Mm.
So if your house goes up and you're paying your loan down, the difference there, and plus the property going up or down is the equity. You can take
Positive
out the
cash
equity,
flow.
yeah,
Yeah.
and then you can use it to buy a car or get another home loan, whatever.
Exactly. That's what they said. Like,
Yeah.
buy the house first, and then the car will come with
Yeah.
it after.
It makes no sense to get a car first.
No, definitely not.
But if you get a new car, it's like the dumbest thing you can do.
Sometimes, but when I'm driving like my car and it's fucking, you know,
You get issues.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
get issues.
Makes
I'm
you
like,
wanna get a new
fuck,
one, yeah.
man. Imagine having like an AMG or like, you know, something really nice.
It's best to get like a used car that's like a couple years old, even like 5 years old, but it's about the Ks as well.
the case is very important.
Yeah, like
Case is very important.
I'd say I wouldn't get a car that's below like 60k, maybe 50.
Yeah.
I'll say above 50. Or
Above
60.
50 or
Yeah,
60.
Yeah.
Or like 100 is probably pushing it.
Yeah.
100,000 Ks.
So you get a car after that, you're gonna get problems because
Oh, for sure.
fucking
For
old,
sure.
yeah.
Yeah,
for
for
sure.
sure. Nah, I don't know. That was pretty good, man.
Yeah,
That was a good podcast.
I enjoyed this. I think
Yeah,
we
it
talked
was good.
about
Bit of everything.
6,000 different topics.
Yeah,
but
hard.
it was good. It was
Financial,
very,
everything.
yeah. I think we might need a part 2 though.
Yeah, we gotta get a part.
We
two at
definitely
some
might
point.
need a part 2. Like,
Yeah.
because we might need to do a mukbang as well. Like,
Yeah. Get some Macca's, the best takeaway
get some
on the
backers
planet.
as well. Yeah.
Oh, 100%.
Goated. The goated.
Yeah.
Just get a
So
bunch
go
of
to one.
questions. That's it.
That's
Fucking
it.
I
mukbang.
thought you prefer KFC over Macca's.
Nah, Macca's my favorite. Always has been. Yeah.
Fuck.
Interesting.
Yeah,
I haven't heard
yeah.
much
Zinger gives you
people.
mother
Yeah.
spot.
Yeah. exactly. Every time I get Macca's at my cousin's house in Guildford, and we go to the KFC there, the one on the Hume Highway. So you got the Macca's on the left and the KFC on the right next to the Hungry Jack's. You know that one?
Yeah.
Yeah, that KFC there, I've had that probably like 10 times in the past 2 years from that KFC.
Yeah.
Had to go to toilet all 10 times.
No way.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Fuck.
What the fuck are they putting that food?
What are they
Bro,
putting?
it's
in
the
there?
All
quickest
I'm getting is a
regret.
zinger. I'm not even getting like popcorn chicken.
That's
or
what I'm saying.
naked wings, just a zinger.
They
It's the
put some
quickest
shit in
regret.
there,
I'm
man.
telling you, it's the quickest regret ever.
It is.
Like the zinger.
Yeah.
Oh my
it's
god.
bad.
Game over.
Yeah, it is.
Like
feel
you eat
shit.
it, oh that's nice, gotta go to the toilet.
Yeah,
feel
yeah.
like
Straight
shit,
away.
yeah.
And you
But
just,
yeah,
and you're
Macca's
not only
my
on the
favourite.
toilet, you're like holding
Yeah.
the toilet. You're like
Yeah.
surviving.
What's the go-to Macca's burger though? Big Mac.
Big
eh?
Mac, yeah.
It's got to be
Yeah.
Big Mac and that chicken and cheese one they got. Oh,
Steamed
fucking
bun.
love it.
Steamed
Yeah.
bun. Fucking
Shut the
oath.
gates.
You know I see all the time the Mighty Angus.
Oh.
The one with the barbecue sauce, the purple onion.
Yeah.
That one's good.
I haven't
Fuck,
tried
man.
that one yet.
That,
Yeah.
I think I don't know if they still have it. I used to have it when I was like in school.
Probably not.
I don't have to
I
have
think
it.
they've
know.
changed
I
the
haven't-
menu a lot.
Depends what Macca's you go to.
Have you tried the spicy chicken?
No, is that new?
That's
The
new.
recent one? I
Yeah. The
haven't tried it.
McSpicy chicken range.
I
or
haven't
something.
tried it,
I haven't
no.
tried it either, but
I think Abra Kebabra says like a shit version of something.
Yeah,
that
I
was the
think
Hungry Jack's
Abra-
one it might have been.
no, he was
Yeah.
talking about the Hungry Jack's
Oh,
one.
okay.
That one's
Yeah.
the fucking. It's
Is
the,
it dry or
thick.
something? He
It's
said
very
dry?
thick, but he goes
Yeah.
it's dry.
Oh, okay, yeah, the Macca's one probably is the one he was comparing to. That's better, I think.
Yeah. I think he was
yeah.
comparing it to the Macca's
Yeah,
one.
that
I
was
think
better.
so.
Yeah, we should.
Fuck, we got to
Yeah.
set something up and
Yeah.
yeah, for sure, man.
Why not?
Yeah,
Anything
should be
else? You got
good.
anything else?
Nah, that was good. Good
You got anything
podcast.
else?
No, I'm alright. That's good.
That was
I
good, man.
enjoyed it,
Thanks
yeah.
for coming on.
Yeah, no worries.
Thanks
You
for
got to
being
say
on.
like,
Oh yeah. Thank you.
that was it for today, guys. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. Share to everyone. Watch us on Spotify. Yeah, I was trying to say listen to us on Spotify.
Yeah, listen.
Yeah,
Yeah,
listen.
yeah.
Yeah.
We're not on video.
Stare at the
stuff.
screen on Spotify.
Stare at the screen.
Yeah.
That's it. Take it easy.